and welcome to the European eTour, your home of the very best virtual golf on the planet.
He's coming in now, though. Oh! Birchie is in the final for the first time, Rachel.
Wow, that is something we never see.
And the calculator goes into the forehead.
Oh, I can't watch. Oh, no. How close can it go?
How about in the hole? Are you kidding? And it is over. Birchie has done it. Birchie's won on the eTour.
Well, my name is Rachel Stringer, and I'm going to be your host for this, the fifth and final stop before the big one, the global finals for the 2021 season. And this season has been so exciting. We've had drama on every green so far, and that's going to be no different tonight because the players have really been stepping up to the mark this season on the eTour and have been producing some of the best virtual golf skills that we have ever seen. And tonight is going to be no different for the Nedbank Golf Challenge 2021. And I'm very pleased to say, please welcome our commentator for tonight's event, Seb Carmichael-Brown. He's always with us on these eTour events. I love having him here, so welcome, Seb. But the stakes are very high tonight, aren't they? For the penultimate event, what will this event mean to the players?
Oh, everything, because this is not only a big event in itself, but there's a lot on the line for qualification and seeding at the global finals. This is like an event within an event, two events.
And how will they approach things differently, possibly, tonight?
Well, I think you've got to have your mind on that global finals, especially if those guys are already qualified. Not many people get to win on the eTour, though, so there's still a big prize up for grabs tonight for this one. But we know just how important seeding can be in these events. So the guys at the top of that list need to make sure they get as favourable a round or a draw as they can get when it comes to the globals.
Yeah, everything to play for, of course, tonight. And these events, let me tell you, are super popular. We have thousands of players trying to qualify from all over the world to be here tonight. But of course, only 8 can join us on one of these eTour events. And tonight, like they have been all season, the players will be joining us from the comfort of their own homes. They'll be playing in the safety of their own homes. It's not as big a deal as if they would be in the studio with us. But before we get into the action, let's find out the 8 players who are joining us this evening.
Golf X3, New Mexico, United States.
F. Magnus from the UK.
Chef UF from Florida, United States of America.
This thing on. Jay Smithers, Illinois, United States of America.
IG12 from Bilbao, Spain.
I'm Stewman66 from Long Island, New York.
Sarah J1, I live in Worcester in South Africa.
My name's Young46. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Well, as always, we have players from all around the world. But tonight, we have a first. We have our first ever player joining us from South Africa. That's pretty cool, Seb, isn't it?
Oh, it's very cool. I've called Golf X3 Louis Oosthuizen lookalike. We've now got actual own South African. Let's see if he can deliver the goods like Louis can out on the greens.
Yeah, very excited to see how he gets on and see if he can make it to our global finals as well. That's what everybody is trying to do this evening. But let's have a quick look and see exactly what it takes to win it all.
The European eTour features 6 esports events consisting of 5 regular tournaments throughout the season and then concluding in the ultimate showdown, the global finals. The players must be at the top of their game for the entire season if they want to have a share of the $100,000 prize pool. Hundreds of thousands of players will try to qualify for the 5 eTour events, but there are only 8 spots available at each tournament. At each event, players have the chance to earn points for the race to the global finals ranking. By the end of the season, the 8 players with the most points on the race to the global finals ranking will qualify for the global finals. At the season finale, we will find the European eTour champion and the winner of the lion's share of the $100,000. May the best e-golfer win.
I love that, VT. But some players have already qualified, so they're pretty safe, I'm going to say, tonight. But there are still a few spots up for grabs, and a couple of players will be fighting out for them, of course. So let's have a look at the standings and see exactly where everybody stands, because, I mean, it's so tight at the top, isn't it, Seb? Let's just talk us through exactly what possibly can happen for some of these players.
I mean, it's so tight. There's those guys at the top that are already secured. They're playing for position, if you like, and every single position, I believe, mathematically could still change. But most importantly, some of those guys trying to simply get themselves to the global final. Chef UF one, who's actually got to the final of the Abu Dhabi event before, where he lost out narrowly to Golf X3. He just needs to win his first game. He's then guaranteed to get into the global finals. But it's very tight down there. Some of it could even go down to hole difference.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the top, what, 5? They're pretty much guaranteed.
Yes.
Stuman as well, we're saying is, but yeah, a couple of spots still up for grabs. So tonight is so important for so many of these players, and one in particular, you just mentioned him there, Chef UF. He made it all the way through to the global finals last year and had the performance of his life then. We caught up with him ahead of this one to get his thoughts ahead of this Nedbank Golf Challenge.
If I qualified for the finals, the whole rest of the day will be just icing on the cake. That day of the global finals last year was one of the wildest days I've ever had. To beat Young 46, to get to the finals, it was, you know, one of those days that you look back in your whole life and you go, holy smokes, I can't believe that was real.
One word to describe Chef UF after the global finals last year: legend.
Yeah, he's a hero, isn't he? We love Chef UF.
He's so amazing. It's great to see him back. He's obviously played one event so far this season. We're excited to have him back again. But let's find out exactly who he's taking on in the quarter-finals and who everyone else is taking on as well. So some interesting matches again there. So Jay Smithers is taking on someone making his debut, IAG 12. So is Chef UF, who we've just mentioned. So, Seb, would you say he's got a relatively easy pathway to the semi-final, Chef UF?
Well, to the semi-final, we don't know a huge amount about Gerhard, but he seems a very confident chap, I'll tell you that much. So he's going to be no walkover, that's for sure. But you can just see there, Jay Smithers, he's got himself the easier route. He's at the better end of the draw, stats would say. So that is the sort of thing that the rest of them are fighting for in the Globals.
But look at F Magnets and Golf X3. That is a tasty quarterfinals.
Tough game, that one.
Yeah, so we have 4 quarterfinals, of course, coming your way. We're very excited for all of these, and our players are as well. We caught up with them ahead of this one to get their feelings ahead of the Nedbank Golf Challenge. Check this out.
For me, it has to be Jay Smithers.
My money, if I was a betting man, I'd put it on Jason.
Judging by the brackets and who's been playing, I'm going to go with Jay Smithers to win this tournament.
You always have to say Golf X3. He seems to find his way to the finals every time, but anything can happen.
He wasn't in the last tournament. I think he's going to be coming back for some redemption. His side of the bracket looks pretty easy.
I would assume it's going to be Josh, you know, no disrespect to the other side, but he has a pretty good bracket to make it to the finals.
At the back of my head, F Magnets is going to win.
I think if you look at the draw, you'd have to say Josh again. He'd be the favourite just based on common sense.
Or maybe that dude from South Africa. I don't know.
The other 3 guys, Josh and Jason and Peyton, will all say they have a 100% chance of winning, which means there's a minus 200% chance for everybody else, unfortunately. Just the way it works out.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't view myself as a favorite, but the idea is to come in here and win, so I'm the favorite.
Well, it's always mixed, isn't it, thoughts on who's going to win there. We're going to be very much on the fence and have to wait this one out to see who's at the global finals. But one player who could be there is our very first South African player, Gerhard. He's taking on this event for the first time. And in real life, we should have been playing, shouldn't we, in South Africa? That's where the Nedbank is held. So we were very lucky, actually. We got to catch up with a very own South African pro player, Jacob Vanzile. Let's hear what he had to say ahead of this one.
Morning guys, Jacob Vanzile here. I'm really looking forward to watching you guys all compete in the virtual Nedbank Golf Challenge this year. Wishing you guys all the best of luck. I'm sure it's going to be a great event. I must admit, I'll be cheering a little more for our local competitors. Gerhard, go Team SA. Enjoy it guys.
Well, there we go. Very cool. Obviously, he wants his fellow South African there, Gerhard, to do the business, but it's going to be tough because all the players who qualify, of course, this evening are the best of the best on the virtual pitch. But let's get into our quarterfinals then, because Gerhard, he is taking on Chef UF, isn't he? And we mentioned this one, Chef UF.
Yep.
We really like this character, but Gerhard, he's going to have quite a tough challenge. Here's some stats on him now, Seb. I mean, what do you make of him being his debut on the 5th and final event before the global finals?
He's coming into this different to other debutants at previous eTour events. He's speaking with a bit of a swagger, a bit of a confidence. Some of these guys have sort of got into the game watching some of the people they're playing against, and they have a little bit of sometimes an inferiority complex. I don't believe that Gerhard has that. So he's playing with confidence. He's come to win, let me tell you.
Oh, all these players have come to win. They don't come here just to take part, that is for sure. And Chef UF, he'll be wanting to win because he wants to get to the global finals. He loved it last time. He played out of his skin. He's been here once before this season as well, the Portugal Masters, but we haven't seen him since then. Can he, I guess, step up to the plate like we know he can do in prior competitions?
I think so. I think he's one that can have a very good perspective on things. He's here to have a really good time, but he's a great competitor as well. And we've seen him play some fantastic golf. So if he can find his top form, he's a match for anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. But another matchup that we're very excited to see is between Golf X3 and F Magnets. We pitted this one as the best, probably, quarterfinal that we've got. These two players are some of the best ever. But let's talk about Young 46 then and Stuman 66 as well. We just saw that pop up there. We have so many great quarterfinals to bring you. But yeah, let's talk about some of the other ones we have coming our way as well. The F Magnets and Golf X3, that's the one to watch in my opinion. These players are the business.
These guys have been consistently. Peyton at Golf X3 has been at every single event. F Mags hasn't missed many, and you can see right there the amount of matches they play, the amount of matches they have won between them. Golf X3 has the edge. He's been much better when it comes to the eTour. F Mags is probably a more experienced player all round in WGT history, but he's got yet to get it done on the eTour.
Yeah, all these players are always there or thereabouts, aren't they? The ones that we get qualifying. These guys are always in attendance on these events. So let's jump into their quarterfinal now. We join it on the 8th hole, so close to the back 9. This is live. These players are playing at the moment from America and Brazil. Golf X3 is American. F Magnets is from Britain, but he lives out in Brazil with his family out there.
What a pup.
So really joining us from all over the planet. But yeah, this is, I guess, more for seeding, we're going to say. These players are both qualified, so it's about where they will be ranked in those global finals, and it is pretty important.
I think F Mags can get into second place, which would be massive, but he's obviously, if he wins this game and he goes on to do very, very well in the tournament in general, then he can get into second place, I think, at best, possibly. But they're playing at Pebble Beach, and this is a green where we've seen Golf X3 make some big putts, and that one wasn't that big a putt distance-wise. It could have been quite big metaphorically, because this could be a tight game where we could see this one be won by a single hole over the opponent. So every single putt for birdie now is going to be big for these guys as we are about to make the turn on the glorious west coast of America. This 9th fairway, you can see huge undulations. The wind is going to probably do enough just blowing out of the right-hand side off the Pacific to hold the ball on top of those fairways, meaning the guys have got a much longer approach into the wind in. And this is over 500 yards as a par 4. Definitely a tricky hole in real life on Pebble Beach. With that wind off the right-hand side and that pin sort of right of middle, this is going to be one where the boys are going to have to aim out over the Pacific potentially and play that one in. So it could be a tight pin to get close to. But you know what, Rach? On the eTour, how many times have we said that? And the guys make an absolute mockery of us by going and playing an unbelievable shot, getting themselves a heartbeat moment, and hitting it close to the flag. And Peyton, we call him the heartbeat kid, if you like. He seems to be always finding the ding or finding those heartbeat moments with the approach shot with such regularity, especially when it matters the most. But this is a big shot. 201 yards in. It's a slight misting. There's no heartbeat. And we see it now, the wind just starting to cushion it off the right-hand side. Pretty solid line of shot, but he hasn't got the distance right there. There is a lot to calculate here, Rach. You've got 27 feet of elevation and 12 miles an hour average wind. There's a lot of maths needed here.
There is always a lot of maths needed, but that is actually probably quite unusual, a shot for Golf X3. If people are just joining in for the first time on the eTour, Golf X3 is usually always on it, isn't he? He does have a couple of off days, but then always kind of finds a way to bounce back and produce the performance when he really needs to.
Real opportunity for Mags here, because he would have learnt a bit from Peyton there. Either Peyton made a misstep or he just made a mistake with the execution, but Mags has probably added a little bit more onto that, and you can see he's now actually gone long of the flag, which will not have been his intention. So possibly a little bit of over-egging of that. Maybe he factored too much in because of Peyton's missed short, and now he's got himself the tricky downhill putt. You can see Peyton's going to be chipping this one up the green. I wouldn't worry too much about that for anyone new to the eTour. We see these guys hole out from off the green all over the place. And this genuine chance to make this here for Peyton. Genuine chance. He'll hit this one down. Little hinge and hold technique. Back of the stance, hands forward. Just getting that distance absolutely nailed down. Then he'll go and try and hit that bang on the white line. I expect him to ding this. He has. He dinged it. Absolutely perfect contact. Didn't do the maths right though. It'll be a tap-in par and an opportunity for F Magnets, who's going to have something like, I would say, 50, or he is 15 feet, downhill, breaking off the left. By no means an easy putt. It won't be a massive break, but the pace of it will mean that he'll have to aim this one just right, because it will be going in very slowly, because he will not want to leave himself anything testing for the par. If anyone has played or knows these greens, it's this man. He's taken a long time to look at this, Rach. I wonder if we might see him here use a timeout.
This early on? Well, they get 4, don't they? 5, but 5 is you're out of here.
I think he's going to be fine. He's going to go for it. He just had a quick look, and he's been quite assertive since then.
Look at the clock, though. Oh, he is going for it.
I think he's going to just about get it in. On its way. Look at it. Oh, no, he's got this all wrong. He's got this all wrong. Unless it's a double breaker. No. Not really, by his standards, that close to the hole. We will remain deadlocked at all square on this one through the front 9.
Looks a bit concerned as well, doesn't he, with that shot he just had there.
I mean, we're used to these guys taking each other on in a semi-final, aren't we, really? This is not what you expect to have to go against in a quarter-final.
Is that what we're going to see, though, possibly in this matchup between these two goats of the game? A little bit more conservative play and maybe making a few mistakes, because no one wants to get knocked out of the quarter-final stage. They all expect to be finalists, let alone, you know, winning the whole thing. They don't want to get knocked out in the quarters.
No, definitely not. So we're going to go and take a look at the other quarter-final in just a moment. But you are right. I mean, F Mags doesn't make many mistakes whatsoever, and Golf X3 rarely makes pars. It's normally birdies all around. So that, I would imagine that will be one that's going to be won by an amazing shot by somebody, as opposed to anyone giving the game away with a silly missed putt. But you never know. You never know.
Yep, no, exactly. So they'll be putting a lot of spin on these. Again, you see that happening quite a lot. That's what they do when they just click the little ball icon and drag it down the corner. Again, there's loads of technicalities, loads of calculations to go through throughout this WGT game. There's a lot to actually take in if you are just starting, but it's really easy to start this game as well. It just takes a while to become a pro like these guys.
It's a very, very, very simple game that you can become very, very complex at if you want to play at the world elite level. These guys are calculating spin rates for different club and ball combos, and you know they can get completely lost in the amount of detail if they want to. But that's what it has to be when you're playing to a green within a green, when you're playing to have a yard uphill putt, not a downhill putt or a left to right breaking putt. They're playing for minute areas within greens to give themselves, they have to make birdies, almost every hole really at this level. And just playing with the green speeds like they are, with the distances like they are, with the wind speeds like they are, it's so difficult to make pars, let alone birdies like these guys do. They really are playing on another planet. Certainly me, Rach. I mean, when I play this game, try and qualify for the eTour, if I can break par, I'm absolutely buzzing. And I've only done it a few times. These guys come in with like 20 under par sometimes. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's why when you say, oh, they're getting a par, that's actually unusual. It's always a birdie.
Yeah, like, I mean, losing a hole, if you make a bogey, you're mortified, really.
I don't think we ever see that, do we?
Not often.
It's very unrare. These guys are the top of the game. And again, these two going head-to-head. Let's have a look at what Golf X3 said in relation to this. He said he's so unlucky. He said it's going to be such a hard match. He talks about F Magnets really improving And he has been improving, hasn't he? He's been improving his mental side of his game so much. We'll talk about that in depth throughout this event. Well, let's see how F Magnets progresses. I mean, I don't know who's the favourite.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I mean, Peyton would on stats be the favourite. F Mags is known for, being the GOAT of WGT in general ever since the game's creation. But as we know, this is a slightly new, modified version of the game for the eTour for the last couple of years now, and F Mags has not adapted to it as well as many might have thought. One man who has adapted to it is this man right here, Golf X3, and they say it comes down to understanding the greens and how they roll, and that is the difference. He's been a stone-cold killer with the flat stick ever since the eTour started, winning the vast majority of the events. He is our Tiger Woods in his prime, and they do say F Mags has been slowly getting better and better and more comfortable on the greens, and he's going to have to be comfortable here, Rachel, because if he doesn't make this birdie putt, he's going to find himself one down with 8 holes to play against the GOAT of the eTour. And being behind to Peyton is not a place you want to be.
No, exactly. Well, all squared at the moment, but we're only on the 10th. That will change at some point, or we just keep playing.
It could change
That's
right now.
what we do here.
It could change right now. If this one doesn't drop, then we've got ourselves a leader. And there you go. That is the difference. That was a much better putt than he made on the 9th, but once again, it didn't really ever threaten the hole. And they'll be keeping it very calm and collected, but that gap could be huge in a few holes' time. I don't see anyone running away with this one. On the 11th, downhill, downwind, 14 to 16 miles per hour. This is always a tough pin. That back right pin location, you've got to come over one bunker, short of another one. Tough one to get it tight in, but these guys are going to get it so far down the fairway with this uphill, of course. They are going to have like lob wedges into the green, allowing themselves to generate maximum spin and hit the ball in soft and stop very close to the flag. F-Mag's playing a little more conservatively out to the left-hand side, just makes that angle into the flag here that little bit easier.
Because again, I guess, if you were a bit of a rookie at this game, you might just try and hit it as far as you could and then you'd end up in the bunkers. These guys obviously, select the right clubs and just look at how the entire hole pans out.
It is like a game of chess. It's like a game of chess because they very rarely miss fairways. Very rarely. They can miss greens. We've seen Golf X3 miss one already. But really, they're playing for the right side of the fairway, and then they're playing for a very small portion of the green to give themselves a straight and uphill putt. So we'll often see them hit it in very close to the flag, but look pretty disappointed because they're not on the right line. So important. And this is a good chance for Mags here. The wind's off the right. No heartbeat moment. That's where we get the white flashes down the screen. That's when we know they've hit a very good shot. The computer lets us know that. But that's not bad. But you can see now, no heartbeat, probably because you just almost saw how much break there is in that putt by how much Mags' ball moved once it had almost come to a stop. So he's got an uphill putt. He's left it in the right area, but it's going to have a bit of work to do. Now, this is where traditionally we will see Peyton lay down the hammer and hit one in, heartbeat moment, and we'll see those white flashing beats down the side of the screen, and this one will go into maybe a couple of feet. That's what the normal Peyton does. Have we got business as usual? Yes, we do. He delivers once again, and this is coming in now using that slope. He's going to have a chance, going to dance around the hole a little bit. And I'll tell you what, that is a great shot, clearly. But you can see how much that ball's moving on these greens. They're on tournament speed, lightning quick. It will be no gimme whatsoever. And Mags has got, it actually doesn't look too bad, to be honest with him. He's left himself, as you can see, uphill 2 inches. That will mean he can take a bit of the break out. Yeah,
always slightly easier, isn't it, from that angle with that little bit of elevation, but he will take his time, as we always see with these players. And you probably noticed there as well, we thought, Golf X3 hit a heartbeat moment. You never see any emotion, so don't expect to see any if you're looking for that from these players. Not until they win, of course.
Yeah, solid putt. Wasn't actually too much breaking it in the end whatsoever. Inside the hole, didn't leave it. And now you look at, funny, Peyton got the heartbeat moment, but he's going to have much more break on this one. I mean, he probably will just rattle this one through. He's hit this putt probably a million times in practice. He's looking at it now. Is he going to go for the power through the break? I think he is. He's going to just ram this one. And there we go. Nicely played, converted. We stay at 1 up for Mr. Golf X3.
There we go. So F Magnets bouncing back from that little mistake we saw from him on the previous hole. We're now joining them on the 12th, par 3. So, yeah, match play, the winner of this match, of course, is a player with the most holes won after 18 holes. If it's all squared, then we play on. We've seen that quite a lot as well, come down to the wire, even in the finals, haven't we? That's where we've had to kind of get to 20, 21 plus holes sometimes. It is that close. The players are that good and evenly matched. So this is the kind of match we'd see it in as well from these top 2 players. So it could easily go longer than 18 holes. We'll have to wait and see. We've still got many more holes to play before that. So your Golf X3 at the moment.
He's on the green. That's where he is. He's not in tight. But again, look at it. It's over 200 yards, 15 miles per hour off the left-hand side. Mags going second here may once again get a little advantage that he can just get a bit of a read as to how much the wind impacted Peyton's shot there. Often is helpful to go second on a par 3. However, going second means you're likely to be down, and that is what he is. So the advantage very much needed if he wants to get himself back in this game. Can he take advantage of it? Here we go. He's dinged it,
yeah,
and there it is, heartbeat moment. That sees a perfect bit of maths and a perfect bit of execution by Mr. F. Mags. And, I mean, that's bizarre. Because, I mean, he sees it as well. He's equally as shocked. Look at that, a little bit of an exhale, because we got a heartbeat moment, but truth be told,
that wasn't what should have possibly happened.
No, I mean, that's one of the strangest heartbeats I've ever seen. He is going to get a read here, but I'll tell you what, if Peyton makes this, for what you do often see in the match play dynamic, is if it's not too makeable, whoever goes first, goodness me, does it make the putt of the opponent that much more difficult. When it becomes a must make, the pressure is there, even though it's a shorter putt. But Mags will get a read on this putt. He's seeing what Peyton's doing right now. He's having a look.
What does this look like to you, Seb? Difficult? Easy?
Yeah, it's pretty tricky. He's got to be perfect pace on that line, and he's timed it perfectly. Did he get the method right? Oh, look at it. It's nowhere but the centre of the cup. No emotion on his face whatsoever, because he's done it so many times to win events. And now we called it, this is pressure, because Mags has got to make it, or else he's 2 down to the most decorated player in the history of the eTour, with not many holes left. It's not a great place to be, Rach.
The green's sloping quite a bit. It's going relatively fast.
It is. However, I think it's a much smaller break than Peyton's. He probably can rattle this one through. He's actually playing it fairly similarly, just outside a square to the right, just inside a square to the right. But it's almost got to go in at this point, really.
2 down would be quite disastrous.
Has he got it? It's a big one. Oh, he hasn't. He hasn't got it, and that is the difference. Drive for show, putt for dough, and Mags is not as comfortable on these Pebble Beach greens.
People don't really come back from 2 down to Golf X3
Not
in the quarterfinals.
Not on the back 9, we're all in 13, and that just makes things so much easier for Peyton now, because all he's got to do is keep himself making those birdies, which he does with such regularity, and it's going to require something truly magnificent from Mags. But remember, let's cast our mind back to that hole out I think he did at Oakmont on the last hole. Holed out from, I think, 150 yards. He's got the magic in him, but he's now got to find it to get himself back in this game. He's going to need all of that experience. This would now be a big, big upset. But if there's a man to do it, he's got all the tools. What he's got to do, he's got to remind himself. Now, he's been working with that mental game coach that we saw Birchie use to such good effect in the BMW, where he basically accredited that win over Golf X3 in the final to the work he did with his mental coach, who also has been working with F. Mags. He's got to tell himself, just win one hole. Just win one hole at a time, get yourself back in the game, and you never know what can happen. He can't look at it as a 2 deficit. He's got to just play the cliched 1 hole at a time. But it's going to be made to be very difficult if Golf X3 keeps the honour and keeps hitting into greens with heartbeat moments. And he's done it again. He's done it again. This is why he's such a fierce competitor. He does not give his opponent an inch, because now he's basically just said to Mags, come on then, you've got to hit a great shot or else you're going to be 3 down, mate.
Yeah, I mean, F. Magnets, again, he said he's been pretty unlucky with this matchup. He said beforehand he's been quite lucky, but not this time. And he said this is the worst possible way to try and win an event. But if he does win this one and come back from 2 down, the likelihood of him going all the way is pretty high.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
if you get past Golf X3, the strongest in the field other than possibly Jay Smithers, and Jay Smithers has got a more favourable route to the final today. But yeah, it's about, can F. Magnus now claw himself back from this? I mean, that was a heartbeat. A good heartbeat.
He's going to be putting first, so that's what he needs to do. In my opinion, Mags needs to be hitting into greens first, and he needs to be putting first and put some of the heat onto Golf X3. We often see some of the guys lay back off the tee to make sure they hit into the green first, so they can lay down the marker. Because if you let Golf X3 keep laying down these heartbeat moments on top of you, you're going to really find it hard to get momentum and get an edge over him. This is a chance for Mags to make his putt and at least ask the question of Golf X3. Otherwise, he's in too easy a cruise control. This is a difficult putt. Look at the break on it. Not a huge amount of downhill, but a lot of right to left. He's going to take his time over this one, and rightly so, because if he misses this one, it could almost be good night, because Peyton's putt is a little more straightforward, I feel. Well, he's going for it already. This is interesting. On its way. Oh, it's not. It is. Oh! What a break at the end that was.
That's what he needed. Didn't go to his favour again. So maybe again we talk about luck coming into this as well, and unfortunately at the moment, F. Magnus isn't finding the luck that he needs to prevail in this matchup. Still a long way to go though. This is surely going to be easy work for Golf X3 here.
I mean, this is just foot on neck type stuff if he makes this. He slicks in the left-hand side, not as confidently placed in the hole as we often see, but more than enough. And what I did not anticipate was Mags being this lacklustre on the greens. He's just not making anything right now.
Well, this is one of our quarterfinals, and of course we do have another quarterfinal taking place at this moment in time between our South African player, Gerhard, and our American player, Chef UF. Unfortunately, we can't join that at the moment because we're having a few technical difficulties, but don't worry, I have a score update for you. They're on the 11th, and Chef UF is 1 up at the moment, so you can see that. Well, actually, now it's the 12th, isn't it? 1 up at the moment. We'll try and give you updates as and when we get them. But that is what's going on. Obviously, it's very important for both these players. Both are looking to lock in a spot at those global finals. Both are still trying. They haven't secured that yet. Like the other quarterfinal, where both players, F. Magnus and Golf X3, have their spot secured. So it's completely a tale of two stories going on here as well.
Mags has taken a huge risk. He's tried to cut the corner. He played it incredibly close to that tree line, and it's paid off. He's now got a big advantage. This 14th hole, one of the penultimate par 5s at Pebble Beach. We saw Golf X3 play to the left of the tree. He's now going to have probably, I think, too far into this green to get on. He's not going to be able to get on in 2, even with that downwind, whereas Mags might have a chance. Traditionally, a very difficult green to hit in 2, and we're going to just see a layup from Peyton to his favourite yardage, and he'll then try and hit a wedge in close and make the birdie the old-fashioned way. We might just see Mags go all Bryson DeChambeau on us here and try and rattle one in from long range. He's going to need very, very strong, you're going to need a big hit from me. He's got 246 yards.
He's got to be ambitious
He's got
now.
to. He's got to now.
He doesn't do it now on the 14th, it's game over. He's got to put out the big shots now, or it's going to be never for him. And we will see him again, but, you know, they want the best possible seeding for the final, just so they don't get to play someone like Golf X3 again. Because if he played Golf X3 early on in the global finals, he's making it very hard work for himself.
He's basically given Jason, young 46, a real chance to overtake him now in the overall rug. Look at it. It's on its way, though, into the par 5, plays into the upslope. This is perfect. Is it going to move around? Oh, it's just rolled through a little bit. It's going to be a chance for a chip-in eagle. He played that really well into the upslope on that right-hand side of the green. A little unlucky it didn't get a nudge to the left to give himself an eagle putt, but he's going to have an eagle chip. Peyton, though, can keep him on his toes with a really good lob wedge in here. He's going to put a little bit of spin on it, and he's going to fire this one in. It'd be a shot he's hit many, many times. This one, I expect Rach to be very close to the hole.
We talk about F. Magnus has to be ambitious now with his shots. Golf X3 can now be ambitious with his shots. Being 3 up, he can possibly relax a bit and have some fun. We know he has some fun. We know he likes to do some crazy stuff out there and be a little bit of a good show-off, I'm going to say, at times. And we obviously that maybe this is a
chipping
chance.
with his putter once, didn't we? I mean, we've seen that. I mean,
he always does
against
that, doesn't
Jason,
he?
yeah. I mean, he played that pretty cool in the last event where he won a hole by chipping in on the green with his putter, with his wedge on the green. But I think he's going to play this pretty conservative now. Just make sure he doesn't make mistakes. Make Mags take the risks on, which he's taken on here, and the reward is an attempt to chip in for eagle. And if this goes in, it's back to 2 down. Now, I'll give him maybe a 30% chance of making this chip. That's pretty good odds. Has he converted? Oh, I just checked up too much on him. It's going to be halved in birdies. One opportunity goes. Peyton ticks off another dangerous hole. He is in cruise control into the semi-final right now. I mean, I say that like it's finished, but I don't expect these guys to miss these putts. This is a very straight, very short putt. This should be nowhere but middle of the green, middle of the hole, and it is. Converted nicely for birdie. I mean, they, just so you guys know, if you're new to the eTour, they don't have the option of giving putts. We have to see every single putt in this format, or else I'm sure the guys probably, you never know, but probably would have both conceded these putts to each other. So it's not a lack of sportsmanship, I promise you. It's just how things... Oh my golly gosh, I thought that may have been a little bit close to the edge.
It had to go in.
I mean, yeah, it literally did have to go in, or else it was game over. But yeah, we move on. And we're approaching a very difficult closing stretch here. In the 17th par 3 particularly is a very testing shot. The 18th has a chance for an eagle, the iconic 18th. 15 and 16 chances for birdie, but also chances for mischief. This one by Golf X3 slung up the right-hand side. All he's got to really do is miss that fairway bunker and hit the fairway. Oh, wow. You do not see that often.
I was going to say why chance for mischief, but that kind of possibly just answered my own question. Going in the rough there slightly, it's maybe because it's nearly 400 yards. We've got a pretty strong wind coming in from the right there. And if you look, it's just lined with bunkers either side as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's that fairway bunker that they're worried about going into. Mags has taken it on a little bit more aggressively, as you'd expect him to do. Peyton, I mean, I think he aimed in the right spot. He hit a fairly good shot. The wind just did not turn up for him, which such can happen. And very rarely now, he's in the rough. And you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, 30 to 40% lie, meaning 30 to 40% of the ball is under grass. And that basically means much harder to get control and to also do a mathematical calculation on how far this ball is going to travel and then how it's going to react when it does hit the green. So now, especially on this green, very, very difficult to get this close to the hole. Very difficult now. If this gets within 10 feet, it will be a truly, truly sensational shot. He'll now be thinking on the green, make Mags, make birdie. I've got a buffer. Don't mess around with it. Wouldn't be, again, too unsurprised to see a timeout here. He's going to probably he's going to take a timeout. He's going to really give this one thought because he knows if he can find a magical shot here, he can close the door on Mags.
I know Golf X3 doesn't give away many kind of great celebrations when he does the job, but I think he looks stressed there. It just looks like his cheeks just got a little bit flushed, which possibly he's coming under pressure. And this is the moment F. Magnus really needs to try and capitalise on, because if he can get one back here.
He's played it perfectly. He's got the excellent. He hit the ding. Has he got the numbers right? Oh, look at that. A little bit unfortunate. He was 1 yard from being brilliant there. He's got a bit of a kick off the bank. He's on the green. That was objective number 1 for Peyton. On the green. Better be a long, long way for his birdie.
13 yards. You said about 10. He wasn't too far out.
He'd be very happy with that. 10 feet would have been remarkable. 10 yards still would have been good. But now Mags, this is an opportunity that he's just simply got to take. He's got to, 100 yards out from the right-hand side, he's got to find a top quality approach shot here into, I think, heartbeat range to make it a kick-in birdie chance to put the pressure on Peyton. It's simply got to happen now. There's no time left for messing around. This is another opportunity he's been given, and he's got to take it. Now or never. It's a nice forward distance for him. He'll really like that. And he's dinged it, and it's a heartbeat. Just when he needed it most, he's back in this game, Rachel. Just about. Look at it, nearly holds it.
Look at where that lands.
But look at it move now, though. It's not actually ended up. And you can see him shake his head because he's hit a really good shot in, but he's left himself high above the hole, which means that will not be too easy a putt. And
wow, look at that.
This is a long one, 38 feet, but, and this is the crucial part, not a massive break. It would not be completely out of the question to see this disappear underground.
Yeah,
and if it does disappear underground, you're gonna feel the heartbreak all the way from Brazil.
You can see that, can't you? Just a I guess how the blue and the red there is flowing. It's pretty slow in terms of where the white little markers are moving. So that's what Seb talks about when he said there's not much movement there, not much break. So it's going, it's on the move.
Tell you what, it's tracking. He hasn't, has he?
He's
done it.
Oh, no!
Oh, an unbelievable line. You know what? When he hit it, when he aimed his aiming his distance marker there, I thought that was a bit light. I thought, oh, he's not hit enough there. It's uphill. He's not done it. And now, this is, we've said it, but this is now a must make because it's a gilt-edged opportunity for F Mags to just get himself back in the game. This is not over and done, but just make it closer.
I'm so disappointed with that last shot.
It was a great
That was
putt, wasn't
going
it?
in.
It was in the heart. He'd done the hard bit, just didn't hit it. But now Mags, he hasn't really made a bean on the greens.
But the break here looks much more tricky as well.
Yeah, it's a tough putt this, and he's got to find some confidence on these greens. This is his tournament right here. He's got it though. He's delivered when he needed to. He's found the putt, and that gets him back to only 2 down, but it also gives him the honour. So now he has the opportunity to strike first. This 16th hole, dogleg to the right. The guys have an opportunity to fly it down over the corner, flirt with that smaller landing area, bring the rough maybe into play, but reward is a shorter wedge shot in, or they play it back safely in the fairway. Take a longer approach, but a bigger landing area. We know which way Mags is going. He's got no choice now but to sling it all the way down to that smaller area. Mission complete for Magnets. He has done what he needed to do. Now, will we see Peyton take the same risk, or will we see him just play for the safer, big part of the fairway? What do you think, Rach?
Well, I'm just going back to this Swedish mentalist that F Magnets uses.
Yes.
So he's trying to overcome any limitations in the world.
Okay.
Is the limitation at the moment Golf X3?
Golf X3 is a significant limitation if you're an eTour professional.
How is he overcoming him now then?
Well, he isn't.
With those ridiculous shots. Well, he
He's
just
not.
did what you said he was going to
He
attempt
did.
to do. So he needs to pretend that this is...
Golf X3 took it on, and look what's happened again. He took it on, Rach, when in my opinion, he didn't need to.
He's overcoming the limitation.
Right now, he's flying right now. He's absolutely flying. F Mags is flying back into this game. Both feet off the floor. Incredible stuff from F Magnets, but now Golf X3 can break his heart. He can bring him crashing back down to earth with a good approach shot. He's out of the rough. Now, last time we saw that, he was inches away. I'm going to go back to it. I don't know why he took that on. He did not need to take that risk on. He could have played to the wide bit of the fairway, hit a very good iron shot. Then one of the best things of what he does is proximity to the hole. He could have hit it in tight, and Mags would have had to match him and play a good shot in. And now he's giving that opportunity, that confidence to Mags, unless it's another timeout. Once again, we're seeing a timeout used by Peyton. He looked up at the screen there. I don't know if he actually was aware that he'd run out of time there. So now he's going to have to just really quickly do that maths again, aim it once more. The difference on this particular approach, Rachel, is he's not coming over a bunker. He's hitting straight up the length of the green. The pin is right at the back, so you don't want to get this calculation wrong long, because then you're in a whole world of trouble, chipping back from the rough. So it would not surprise me to see this come up a little bit short. It would not surprise me at all. On its way. In the air, no heartbeat. And that is exactly what's happened. Into the middle of the green, running its way up, left the uphill putt, but look at the movement on the green. That's just giving us an indication of what's to come. And once again, an opportunity for Mags. An opportunity for him to get a great approach shot in and keep the momentum.
Golf X3 got a little bit too comfortable, didn't he? With a 3-up lead there, he got a bit too comfortable.
He did what you said. He said he was showing off.
He was showing off. Maybe that's what 22-year-olds do.
That's what they do.
He's the youngest in the field, a little bit more flamboyant than the rest, has the skills, like to show us them, and possibly that's what he was doing. He thought, I've got this.
Can
Done, dusted.
the old goat make the boy pay? We're about to see right now. Flagstick removed. The signature of F Mags. 99 yards. It's a heartbeat moment, Rachel. He ain't done yet. There's life in the old boy. And he's hit an unbelievable shot into a matter of inches.
Whoa.
A kick-in birdie for Mags. And now we're going to see Peyton. He is absolutely going to be chastising himself. Why did he take that corner on? It was such a poor decision. Something we just do not see him move. But wait a minute. Did you just see that? Look how straight this putt is. Look how straight it is. He's not missing this. I'm telling you right now. He's going to dig deep here. He'll be so annoyed at that mental error. He's now going to, I'm going to call it right now, he's going to make this straight in the back of the cup. And he's going to break Mags' heart, really.
We saw it, didn't we? Really close from 30-odd feet out. This is now half that, pretty much, so...
Yeah, he ain't going to miss this. This won't be short. On its way, rattled at the hole. Boom! Straight in the middle. That is, I mean, I want to say that is heartbreak for Mags. It really is, because he's done everything he needed to do to get himself back in that in the game. But it means nothing now. It means nothing. He's going to be 2 down with only 2 to play, and the last real opportunity is this 17th, a very difficult par 3. We'll have to see where the flag is, because with this wind, it can get tucked in very dangerous position. This is the last chance where really a birdie has a good shot of winning you the hole, because on the 18th, the wind's going to be down into off the right, I think, and there's going to be a good birdie opportunity the 18th. May need an eagle, Mags, if he can win this hole, even if he can win this hole. So here we go.
Might need a miracle as well. Have you look at that stat?
Oh, yeah.
Golf X3 versus F Magnets. They have played each other in 3 semi-finals, 2 finals, and who's won them all?
Golf X3. Clinical.
Tricky.
Absolutely clinical. The head-to-head is there. This is the sort of thing that would have given Peyton the confidence to take on that fairway like he did. Massive shot for Mags. He hasn't got the heartbeat. His head is in his hands. He knows it's probably game over. Where's it going to come down, Rach? Has it got to the green? I'll tell you what. He may be disappointed, but he's got a chance of making that putt. He's got a chance. Golf X3 now. The old Golf X3, I say the old. Golf X3 traditionally, what he'll do is he will shatter Mags with a delightful iron shot, hit to within a few feet of the pin, heartbeat moment. That is what this guy does under these pressure moments. He would have had that wake-up call with that little error on 16. He'll now be fully switched on. I think this could be heartbeat moment close to the flag. He's so predictable because he's so good. And hitting second would definitely have given him an advantage. And that means that F Magnets simply has to make this putt or else it is game over for him.
Predictions, he's going to make the putt. He's been working on this. This is what he does. I feel like he puts so much pressure on himself for these events, as F Magnet, that he has to perform. And especially of late, he's been, talking about all his preparation that goes into this. He plays a few holes before these kind of games to get himself psyched up as well. Goes and plays at different country clubs and plays with a lot of different people. Like, he puts pressure on himself compared to Golf X3, who was like, oh yeah, I started playing last Thursday.
Yeah, a lot of people saying Golf X3 a little undercooked coming into this event. He's always a little undercooked. He likes his steak medium rare, does the lad, but then finds out a way to get it done when it comes to it. F Mags. This one has to go in. Or else, oh no, he's put way too much on it, and that is going to be all it wrote now. A very valiant battle from F Mags, coming back down the stretch to give himself a chance to keep this match alive. But Peyton delivered when he needed to deliver the killer blow and send F Mags crashing both feet back down to earth. Now, can he win it in style though? Golf X3. Oh, he's teasing him. Oh, okay. Everyone settle down. I said he's won the game because it's a 2-putt kick-in, but he's got to physically finish the job now. I thought he'd make that one with a bow on it. He's got a 1-foot putt to guarantee his place in the semi-final, and he's made it. Well played. We have another semi-finalist. F Mags finish offing for a little bit of posterity. He'll be very disappointed. The losing streak to Golf X3 continues, and I believe we're now going to have a little interview with, is it Golf X3? We're going to speak to Golf X3 first, I think. Rachel's going to be chatting to our new semi-finalist very shortly.
F Magnets, commiserations there. We knew it was going to be super tough, didn't we? That quarterfinal when you're coming up against someone like Golf X3. But talk us through how you're feeling right now with not progressing through to the semi-finals, which I know everyone's here to try and get to.
A bit fed up with my inability to get the putts in when I need to. It's the same old story. Every single match we've played against Peyton, I think, the last 4 or 5 certainly, I think we've been fractionally better tee to green. And then he just holds all the putts and I miss them from closer in. So I've got to get better at my putting somehow in this this version of the game. I just can't see the lines very well.
Well, F-Mags, you are into the global finals, so all is not lost. We'll have to wait and see where you end up in terms of seeding, but we're very excited to see you back here next month for the big one. We'll see you then.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, as are we. Oh, let's join Chef UF then from the pool. Is he on holiday? I have no idea. He always surprises us, does this man? And he is in to the semi-finals. Chef, amazing to have you back here. How are you feeling after going up against Gerhard, our South African player? He had a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but you just pushed past him and into the semis.
Rach, every day is a holiday where I'm at. Great. I played great. I played awesome. I made no mistakes. I'm pretty darn sure I just played myself into the global finals. Unless my math is terrible, I think I'm in, which was my goal for today, so I'm on top of the world.
Chef, that was my next question. You just took it from me. Yes, you are in to the global finals, and we know what a competitor you are and how much you can step up when it really matters. We saw it, didn't we, last year at the global finals? So with that in mind, how excited are you now for next month, and what can we expect from you there?
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to practice and try to win the darn thing. I didn't play at all for this. Life got in the way. Like this morning's the first time I've played in a week. I'll grind and I'll win 30 grand. No big deal.
Well, please do grind, Chef UF, because we love having you as a part of the eTour. You're such a character. Every day's a holiday, like you just said. But let's get back to the Nedbank. You haven't played much, but after the first matchup, how confident are you with how you played earlier on, how you can get on this time out?
Yeah, you know, I played great. I didn't make any mistakes. I didn't have any pressure or expectations on myself. And I think I'm playing Josh next, you know, and everyone knows he's one of the most overrated eTour competitors of all time. So I hope to expose that hairy son of a gun and take him out and maybe make him shave his beard as a part of the bet we made.
Oh, you guys, I mean, that just shows what a community we have on here. You're already calling out Jay Smithers, but Chef UF cannot wait to see you in the semis. So good luck for that, and we'll see you in a bit.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let's catch up now with Gerhard, our South African player, the first South African we've ever had on the eTour. Gerhard, commiserations there. You played Chef UF. Unfortunately, you're going to be taking no more part today, but how's the experience been on the eTour for you?
I was quite nervous, as you could have seen through that first couple of holes, but it's really been great. It's one of the best tournaments I think WGT hosts, so I'm quite proud of myself just for making it this far, and I really enjoyed it, and congrats to Chef. Like you said, he didn't make any mistakes, and he held all the putts. So I hope he beat Josh. And good luck, boys.
Oh, thanks, Gerhard. Thank you so much for taking part as well. Great to have you on board this time out. I hope to see you back here at an event in the future.
Thanks, Rachel.
OK, well, we've seen our quarterfinals now then. Let's see exactly what that means for the bracket. So, Chef UF making it through, and Golf X3 as well. Chef UF, did you hear what he said? Most overrated player he thinks he might be playing next. We'll see if he's right. He's talking about Jay Smithers, but he's obviously saying it in jest. These guys are friends. So many of these guys play online against each other all the time. But what did you make of Chef UF and Golf X3's performances as a whole there?
Oh, fantastic. I mean, Chef UF, we didn't see him, actually must have probably got the job done fairly well in the end. I think we can see now he won 3 up, and he's feeling confident. How much fun is he having on the eTour, that guy? That is a massive weapon in his arsenal. The fact that he may be, well, we talked about earlier how Gerhard was feeling really confident. Turns out when it came to it, his first eTour event, the big pressure, he felt those nerves, and at the end of the day, Chef UF's been here before, he's played in the eTour before, he's advancing. Gerhard, back to South Africa. Yeah, but he was so nice as well, wasn't he? Saying, oh no, I wish Chef UF the best. He wants him to go and beat Jay Smithers as well. These guys always take sides, but you said he had the pressure on, and he did, because it's the Nedbank. It is an event which is held in South Africa. Unfortunately, not this year, but great to see a new player on board on the eTour as well, because
That's what it's about, isn't it? Getting new players involved in this amazing competition. OK, then let's move on because we have 2 more quarterfinals to bring you as well. We have highlights now from our next quarterfinal. This one is Jay Smithers taking on IAG. Let's see how this played out.
So, yeah, we heard Chef UF gave his prediction. He thinks he's going to be playing Josh. I mean, that is what a lot of people would predict. Josh Smithers, though, missing the birdie putt and a chance here for IAG on the first hole, it seems, at Wolf Creek to go 1 up. Oh, tell you what, look, the eye blink there from him. He couldn't believe how close that was to missing, but he does take the lead. Could we have an upset on our hands here and a chance to go 2 up? This is a pretty straightforward putt. I hope he doesn't miss this one left, like the other one needed. Oh, he has! Oh, IAG had a chance to go 2 up against our favourite here. And now we see he's actually ended up being clawed back into it on the 4th. Chance for Jay Smithers to level it up, which I think he took. Yes, he did. He got the game all square. We now head out to the 13th hole, and IAG now 2 down in this match. Jay Smithers had an opportunity. Oh, IAG can't give Smithers this sort of chance. He's far too clinical, far too composed. And a chance for Jay Smithers to go 3 up on 13, which he, of course, makes. Well played to him. It seems as though maybe IAG's big chance early in the game was missed, sadly. And now IAG with a birdie putt to stay in the game on 15. Oh, no, it didn't work out for him on the greens. Josh going to have a tap-in to go 4 up and book his place in the semi-final. The chef was right. It's going to be Josh Smithers versus Chef UF in our first confirmed semi-final.
Oh, well, I love that. Jay Smithers taking on Chef UF, 2 massive characters in the eTour. I mean, the chef, he's always on holiday. Jay Smithers a little bit more serious, but Taylor's 2 characters as well.
I think that's his house.
Is it his house?
I reckon that's his house.
Possibly.
He's just a chill dude.
I think he just has a pool, so he's always on holiday. Anyway, we love that from him. OK, let's go into our next quarterfinal, and we have highlights from this as well. This is Young 46 taking on Struman 66.
Young 46 with his hat off. We do not see that much. Stuman with the cowboy hat on in the game from long range, and that has missed on the 5th. Tight start to this one, it looks, also at Wolf Creek. Young 46 with a eagle chance. He's made it. He's made it. He's off and running in this eTour. Young 46 Jason will be the favourite for this. Many people say the most underperforming eTour player on the in the competition. Someone who should have won more events than he's won so far. Just the 1 to his name at the moment. He'll be desperate to add to that, and it looks as though he's possibly going to go 2 up with a par, which we spoke about earlier, that you do not see that often. Pars winning holes. There we go, it's happened here. 2 up for Young 46. Stuman with a birdie putt on 14. He had this putt to give him... Oh, it's missed. And he looks disappointed. Young 46 with a let's go, baby. A birdie putt of his own to go 3 up with only 3 to play and get 1 full foot in the semi-final for a chance to play Golf X3 in an absolute blockbuster ding-dong if he does get it done. Stuman for birdie. This has to go. Must make. On its way. Is it going to break? Is it going to break? It isn't going to break enough, and that will be it. He had to win that hole, the 16th, 3 down. Jason would have 2 putts from inside 4 feet to get the job done on the 16th. He doesn't miss those. He's into the semi-final.
Well, Young 46 doing what Young 46 does. So we now have our 2 semi-finals confirmed. Let's just remind ourselves of who we'll be seeing in those semi-finals then. Jay Smithers taking on Chef UF. All-American players. I mean, the chef predicted, didn't he? He'd see Jay Smithers, his good mate, in the semis, and then we just saw their Young 46 defeating Struman 66, 4 up in the end. He'll be taking on the young gun, Golf X3, who earlier on, as we saw, defeated F Magnets 2 up. Very exciting. The players, I guess, we expected. You can see them all now. I mean, look at them. Contrasting characters there. Jay Smithers, Chef UF, Young 46, Golf X3. I'm going to say the 4 best names on the eTour. These are characters. You guys are in for a treat tonight. But let's have an update, actually, on the standings, because we have our 8 finalists confirmed. That is super exciting. We now know exactly who's going to be joining us at the global finals next month, which is what everyone was playing for. There was a few permutations
I'm glad because
coming into this.
I had this thing. I had this coin ready for me. If there was a chance today, we could have got down to mathematical heads or tails for a place. I was going to have to flip this. Unbelievable. And thankfully, that's not happened because Chef UF has got it done. They're now playing for position, which is huge still.
Yeah, but if we have any bits of like lull in action, we'll get the little bit of green we have out and we'll flick the coin. Okay. Sure. Anyway, let's see. Like I mentioned, all 8 players are confirmed. Who are they? Here we go. So, Jay Smithers, Golf X3, F Mags, Young 46, Birchie, who we don't see here, but he won the last event. Stuman 66, we've just said goodbye to him. Chef UF. There we go. And the 8th position as well goes to Blas Alex as well. So they are the 8th.
So there we go. I mean, basically, whoever wins this, whoever wins the finishes with top spot is going to get a game against Blas Alex, who's obviously lost his first game today. So you're playing for a match against that. It's going to be tough. You know, these guys at the bottom, Chef UF. He's going to want to really go deep in this competition to get up that leaderboard and get himself an easier first-round match in the global finals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's awesome that we have that confirmed now. It's just down to seeding now for these players, which is pretty exciting. I mean, how excited are you now for those finals? Now we know everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. That's brilliant now. That's one event within an event. Half finished. We've still got the very important seeding, and probably today is going to show us just how important that seeding is going to be. But let's not forget, not many people have ever won an eTour event. There's still one eTour title to go. Jason wants one added to his locker. Golf X3 wants to continue his dominance. There's a few guys out there that want their first one. So there's a lot on the line still, even just today.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned some big names there on the eTour. Well, we actually got a few of them to sit down together and actually have a few words about each other. And it's quite interesting. I'm looking forward to this. This is what they had to say about each other.
I'm going to guess they're going to say me.
Yeah.
Correct.
That was a no-brainer.
Am I really that bad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You spent hours going back over the same shot because you couldn't believe it didn't work.
They had him beat at Pebble on like 15. He pulls out a driver on the green rather than just putting it in.
You know, I was so angry that day. I don't even remember how the match went. I don't even remember pulling out the driver. I was so pissed.
It didn't go well. But then he pulls out the driver at the end and then misses again. So...
sportsmanship at an all-time high there, I think. Yeah, without even having to answer, I guess I will. I'm clearly the funniest.
It's debatable.
It's debatable, right? Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely me. But, you know, Josh is a close second. Peyton's a very distant third.
Very distant
third. Wow, you guys are taking yourselves. Okay.
Very distant third. Right.
I mean, education-wise, they're severely lacking compared to me. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, Jason's book smart, no doubt about it. Put him on the streets, common sense. Well, we're not going to talk about that side of it. Peyton's been in the same room for like 3 years, so that's clearly
We're
not
talking about game smart, right? That was the question?
Oh, as a player.
Well, then Peyton, because he has the Auto Ding 3000, which me and
the
Jason
Auto Ding 3000?
Yeah, that's true. He's figured out how to mishit it and go right where he wants to, even though no one else can. It's pretty mysterious. I don't know. That's pretty clever.
So my answer is going to be myself.
Yeah, well, you win. We determined that.
Clearly, it's me.
I think I predicted Josh to win, so...
I mean, Josh has a bye to the finals, but that won't save him from me. Once he gets to me, he's not even going to be challenged. At least I'll have to beat Peyton or Mags. I'll be, you know, fresh from the fight, ready to go in, and he's just going to be lollygagging. I'll probably beat him 4 or 5 up.
Oh, yeah. Save that sound bit.
He's going to putt like he did against Mags at Chambers. It's going to be hideous.
First or second times I played him?
The one where he stomped you.
Oh, okay. Not the time before where I was like 47 under par after 15 holes?
Nah.
Yeah, you didn't watch that one?
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. Go back and watch it.
That was so yesterday,
brilliant.
Josh. Don't
Are you making that up?
Well, I assure you those guys are friends really okay. They're just having a lot of fun there. But let's have a quick catch-up with Young 46 now and get his thoughts ahead of this I'm going to say very tough semi-final against Golf X3. Young 46, it's not an easy draw you've got. You're up against your mate, Golf X3. How are you going to approach this one?
Just making a lot of birdies. I'm feeling comfortable. I put a lot of time and effort into Oakmont, so I was really hoping I would get a chance to play it. There was a previous eTour. I put about 90% of my time in there and only played one match. So I feel great. My game feels good. Hopefully I can sink some putts and walk out with the win.
Yeah, how has the prep been going ahead of this one? What have you been doing?
Just practicing, trying to putt better and hit a lot of dings. That's the key. So hopefully Peyton's misting 3000's a little off today, and we see that.
Yeah, well, I hope for your sake, but I'm going to sit on the fence, young 46. I can't take sides. I'll wish you the best of luck in the semi-final against Golf X3. We'll see you on the green.
Thank you.
Golf X3, congratulations, getting into another semi-final, defeating F Mags there. You're up against young 46 now. You usually beat him. Are you confident that you can do that again?
Yeah, I usually beat him. It's a pretty regular day occurrence here. Just got to make some putts like I did against F Magnets. I actually haven't played pebble at all this whole preparation. I kind of winged it, and I just made a whole bunch of putts. So I'm just planning on doing the same thing here, just making a lot of putts.
Yeah,
I don't need a ding, by the way.
You don't need why?
That's good.
I mean, you always do. You're a heartbeat king over there. In terms of how you think you're playing already today after F Mags, how would you rate yourself today?
You know, my first match, I would say it was about a 6 out of 10. A couple of drives on 15 and 16 that went way offline in the rough. That kind of screwed me up, but I feel pretty good. Made a lot of putts, so hopefully I can transition that over to this match.
I'm sure you will. Golf X3 feeling pretty good is exactly what we want to hear. Okay, good luck in your semi-final. We'll see you out there in a bit.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we're on the semi-final already between Jake Smithers and Chef UF. What is cooking between these two already, Seb?
Well, we are all square H, and we are on the third hole, the monstrously uphill par 3, 221 yards, up 67 feet, into a wind. I mean, I could hit driver. I would not get there, H. I would not get my driver to this green. I'm telling you that right now. It ain't happening. Whereas these guys are hitting 3-wood. We've got the Halloween costume on for Jay Smithers. Oh my goodness. Possibly the hardest par 3 I've ever seen in my life, and he's got a heartbeat moment, Rachel. This is a possible big moment in the match. He's got it onto that top tier, much flatter putting surface, and he looks pretty pleased with himself. I do not blame him. Chef UF, chilling by the pool. Now, look, I didn't know whether he was going to be just doing the interview outside, whether he's actually playing externally, because let me tell you right now, there's got to be some wind factored into his actual playing right now. He's outside in the elements. You can see the ripples on the pool. You can see the ripples on his cabana there, moving around. Is that wind going to blow his fingers offline a little bit? That's something the other guys ain't got to worry about.
I would say actually worry about glare, because he's in America.
That's a good point.
It looks a little bit tropical. I struggle sometimes in the studio with the studio lights on my screen.
Oh my God, hang on a minute. Hold the phone. You need to just hold it. While we were talking about glare and wind, he's nearly made an ace. What a golf shot.
Yes, Chef. He's cooking up a storm over there, by the pool.
Shot, Chef. I know you can't hear me, but...
Well, maybe they can hear each other. We can certainly hear them. That's one thing, actually, Rachel, because we just heard that fantastic little conversation between some of our semi-finalists. Chef, we already heard from him. We hear how much of a character he is. There could be a really good chance for us to listen in to the players talking to each other, or certainly giving their own little bit of reaction to each other. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that and see if we get some real good mic'd up moments from the players. Jay Smithers does what he needed to do, roll in a very nice understated birdie on a very difficult par 3. The Chef made it look almost embarrassingly easy, nailing that one in for a near ace. I would have been gutted if we'd missed that one on camera while we were nattering away about wind and cabanas, but we didn't. It's a birdie. Very, very high standard is set here in this first semi-final. I'm telling you right now, Rach, I have absolutely no idea who's going to win out of these 4. Any of them I can see doing it. Any of them. I couldn't call it.
But the fact that Chef UF said he hasn't really been...
hang on. He's got his arm raised. Is that an out of bounds?
What does he want? Is he calling for us?
Oh, he's got away.
No.
He thought he'd missed the fairway to the left.
Don't scare us like that so early on. No, but if you obviously listened to what Chef UF was saying, he said he's only started playing this morning. I mean, that's not great preparation, but is it a little bit about how much time you've grinded the game in the past, even though the game's changed a little bit?
The thing is, it probably almost is still this morning for him there, over in the States. They could well still be in the later part of their morning, potentially, or early afternoon. So he may have been just warming up. Not too sure what he meant by that, in fairness, actually. But
No, but I think he means he hasn't put a lot of time. He says he's been very busy of late.
Right,
so he
okay.
hasn't played a great deal. Which
I think they all say they all just play.
No,
cool,
but he's,
don't
you
they?
know, again, these guys are family men. They have jobs. They have to work. They're factoring this in almost as a hobby, which they take very seriously. So it does, obviously put a lot of strain on their time, which if they don't have much of, it's quite tricky.
And it's big money on the line here. Big money to make a big difference in the families and the lives of these 4 players. We know Peyton's won the vast majority of the spoils since the eTour launched. However, all of these guys have had their fair share. Jay Smithers, a multiple winner this year alone. Young 46 has won on the eTour, one of the most widely renowned guys in the community.
Very good, very good.
Chef UF has not won an event.
Very good, Casey.
Bro,
But
can you hear me?
Oh, they can hear each other.
I can hear you, bro.
Oh, nice shot, man. Hey, that shot on 3 was stupid good.
You're damn right it was, Josh.
I thought you were going in, dude. I was like, oh no.
I thought it was in too, baby. I'd have been so happy if I would have sunk that.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it's nice we can talk now, bro. We can talk. You're in trouble. I got nothing to lose, bro.
You love it. You love it.
Seb, do you fancy going and get a cup of tea?
Should we go?
Should we
Should
just
we go
leave
and
this?
get a coffee break? Guys, we'll leave you in the very capable hands of Mr. Jay Smith and Chef UF.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
What we'll see, though, is they might see some great joviality.
Drive went right.
But then, if it gets towards the end and it's close, you wonder how quiet they get.
Because, this is $5,000. Oh, he said, shut up. He doesn't want to talk to him. Shut up. There's serious business. But then when we get to the global finals, it's big, big money on the line as well. So they want the best seeding. That's what it's about. These guys are all guaranteed now. So the seeding is key.
Well, it is key, because this is basically Chef UF. If he wants to move up the leaderboard, he's got to win this match, really. And then Josh can only really lose his place as number 1 if Golf X3 not only goes on to win the event, but also ends up beating his whole score. And oh dear, look at this. That will stop
My putt on 2 was a freaking nightmare, bro. I can't believe I made it.
Right, let's get a handle on things here.
You're still away. No, 2.
Yeah, I know. I'm hitting.
No, you're right. It was 1. You're right. It was 1.
Yeah, it was 1.
We said these guys are friends. We're just going to have back and forth now. Conversation between these two. Which is great, because these guys met, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Last year.
This, for me, Rach, is a great evolution of the eTour, because not only the guys know each other very well, but the more they're playing together in these events, they are really genuinely building great friendships. And I think it's no shock to see them getting more and more friendly and more used to talking to each other on camera. So I'm enjoying listening into this.
Oh, me too. But we do have a second semi-final, of course, which is going on at the same time, and it's these two absolute legends again in the game. Golf X3 taking on Young 46 for a place in the final, for a place to move up slightly in terms of seeding at the finals, at the global finals. So, yeah, we've just seen both of these two progress through their quarterfinals. Young 46 took on Struman 66, and Golf X3 definitely had the harder task taking on F Magnets.
Undoubtedly, yeah, undoubtedly. And what we see here is 2 interesting things. Not only, of course, is Golf X3 got himself ahead in the match after only 1 hole, but we see they are at Oakmont. Now, I believe Jason said in his interview that he put 90% of his practice time into Oakmont. So he's always a confident, but he was feeling especially confident. A lot of the other players were giving him props and saying he's playing incredibly well right now. So everything has started off in his favour, apart from the fact that he's found himself down already. Now, we've heard these two exchange lots and lots of back and forth before, in the preamble, in some of the interviews, in one of their previous matches at Pebble Beach. Load of gamesmanship going on playing there. We'll have to listen in if we get it. But it hasn't started that way for these guys. I don't know whether they haven't figured out whether they can hear each other yet. We'll soon find out. But Jason's found himself a heartbeat here. And a great time to do it. Is it got a chance? Look at that. Fantastic shot in. Tap in birdie.
Golf X3, though, he probably wouldn't speak as much as Young 46 would. Young 46, of course, is a big streamer, and he is comfortable talking and playing at the same time and basically just educating others in the community about what they do in certain situations. So he would be comfortable. Golf X3, not as much. Maybe in semi-final, but you won't hear much from him if he gets to the final.
Well, I think Golf X3 knows that it's in his hands. It's in his hands to get the top spot. If he goes ahead and wins this event, he will overtake Jay Smithers at the top of our global final rankings, providing he also has a better up and down score. So we need to get a check in on that. I think actually looking at it now, it could be pretty difficult because Jay Smithers is 16 up and he's only improved that today. And Golf X3 is 10 up. So it would actually require Golf X3 to win, beating Jay Smithers significantly in the final, or for Chef UF to beat him significantly for him. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. Right now, we've got to worry about just getting to the final of this event for now. He's got his hands full. Probably I'd say these two, despite the fact that Jay Smithers has won more on the eTour, I'd say in the eyes of the community, these are the two guys. Jason Young 46 has been seen as the guy who's chronically underperformed. Not my words, what other people are saying, in the eTour in general. Golf X3 has become the GOAT, the Tiger Woods of the eTour, and Jason thinks that's him. So these two are the real big Clydesdales going head to head here in this slobber knocker, as good old Jim Ross would have said. So let's see. Well, it's obviously not gone very well at all. Golf X3, I don't know how he's managed to get himself 2 up so early, and that will not be the start that Jason wanted. We hear there on the screen now, last time they played each other on the eTour in the BMW semi-final, where the winner was Golf X3.
Yeah, totally. So this is all to play for. This is, again, all of these matchups now are the finals, technically, because they all want to beat each other. They all can beat each other on any given day. But at the moment, it looks like it's in Golf X3's favour. We're watching Young 46, though. Have a look, because we said, has he got any rituals? He says he looks down and then up again before he takes a shot. So let's see what he does with his head. Does he go up and down? Before that's a little ritual he's got going on there.
Yeah,
Focus
I mean,
in.
I actually we've got to correct an error there. It's my mistake. It was actually Jason that went up in the first match, and I was really unsure what happened there because we saw Jason hit a fantastic shot in on the second, and I'm thinking, how did he lose that hole? And he didn't lose that hole. He actually went 2 up. So it's Young 46 who is actually 2 up over Golf X3. So it's exactly the start he wanted when he had the advantage, the confidence on the golf course he wanted to play on. So apologies there. That was me misreading the score there. But it is indeed Young 46 who is 2 up. And this now is probably why this is very quiet. If Peyton were 2 up, I think we'd be hearing all sorts of Young 46 trying to break the rhythm. I love that about him. I love that sport, that gamesmanship he deploys. Such a mental battle as much as a skillful battle in these match play contests. But Golf X3 has responded with a very good shot of his own. He now has a birdie putt to try and find a spark, and he cans it, in it goes. So there's a birdie. It's all you can do. Make the birdie, see if your opponent can match it. I fully expect Jason to match it, and if he makes this, that will be 3 birdies on the spin. He said he was playing well. He was not lying.
Yeah, he always talks up his ability. He always really comes to these events with the utmost confidence. That is something that I love about him. A lot of the other players play down their chances, don't they, and kind of say, oh, you know, I'd like to win, but someone else is going to. He always wants to win. Young 46 literally comes here for nothing other than finishing on top. But this time, though, he does kind of say he's in the more difficult bracket, as we're seeing here, Golf X3, but then the other side is stacked as well. So I wouldn't exactly agree there. So, yeah, and he says anyone can win on the day. It's as good a chance as Golf X3 at the moment.
Well, a lot of the guys say that, we heard it in some of the interviews, Young 46, the most underperforming so far on the eTour, should have won way more than he has. And they say the opposite about Peyton. He's won almost everything. And maybe he puts some of the least amount of practice in. They say he's the missed ding god, doesn't hit a lot of dings, but manages to get it in. They say he's got a bit lucky. I think that's probably a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. But you know, a lot of people would suggest that if it came down to 100 matches out of 100, that Jason would win more of them. But he hasn't been able to win the ones when it matters most. And what we're seeing here, Rachel, is we're seeing Golf X3 take a very interesting strategy, and he's playing this down another fairway. He's played it out onto one of the other holes on the golf course. And the reason he's done that is to give himself a shorter shot in and a better line into this pin. Very risky strategy, because you can see the slither he got to hit there with the rough and those bunkers. Jason's got the much longer shot in now, but he has dinged it. Where's it going to come down? It's going to come down in a nice layup area with a wedge. You're going to hold onto the fairway. Yes, it does. I believe, though, that probably Peyton may just have a way of getting this on the green and trying to get himself back in this game.
Well, surely he's got the confidence, like he said, from his game against F Magnets earlier on when he finished that one 2 up in the end against a very good player. Surely that's the momentum in his favour, because Young 46 obviously won his match, but Stuman 66 isn't as high a rated player. So Young Golf, X3 coming through the more difficult match there. Literally going from one difficult match to the next.
Oh, I mean, this
such
is
a tough evening for him.
This is such a high-quality golf shot he just hit there. He had to aim it out right of the tree, play the draw back in to the heart of that green. He's given himself an eagle putt. He might need to hold it, though, because Jason has got a very short 55 yards. I fully expect him to get this one very, very close. Heartbeat, 3 feet, 4 feet at most from the flag if he executes this properly. But Peyton will have a chance to get one back with that eagle putt, unless this one goes in, of course. We've seen him hold out from here before. Such is the quality of these guys, especially with a wedge in their hands. A little bit of calculation from Jason Young 46. There's the heartbeat. How close is it? On its way to the flag. Coming down. It's nearly in. It's canned. It's absolutely sensational. It's exactly what you need to do when you're ahead in the match. He knows it. He's feeling confident. He's looking confident. He's got his actual golf clubs in the back there. He says he's a handicap of around about 8 in real life. So one of the better real-life golf players on the eTour is Jason Young 46. Not wearing his usual hat backwards that we see him so often wearing. But Golf X3 now has the chance to steal one back. Eagle putt.
And yeah, it might be, 34 feet, but we saw how close he came earlier on to doing something similar here. Again, it's got quite a lot of movement on this green. Slightly uphill though, so more favourable than downhill. But you can't read it as much, it's a little bit more tricky.
It's got a chance, you know.
Whoa,
Has he done it?
Oh no!
Oh, it's very, very close. Very good effort from Peyton. He had his chance there and hasn't been able to capitalise yet. He will remain 2 down to Jason, who's made his 4th birdie in a row. We've seen people go silly deep in this. I think we saw Jay Smithers go on an absolutely ludicrous birdie run in one of the events he won earlier this year. I think it was something like maybe over 20 birdies in a row. It was absolutely sensational. And we're going to see Jason maybe need to do something like that in order to beat Golf X3.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that match is still tight, even though it's 2 up for Young 46. It's going to go back and forth throughout these next kind of 14 or so holes they still have to play. But on the other side, Jay Smithers and Chef UF, 7 down, and it's all squared on the 7th at the moment. These guys, though, we've obviously jumped away from this game. They're probably just enjoying it. It might not even get serious until the back 9, when they're kind of like, oh, might actually need to pull something out the bag now. It's got quieter because who are we watching at the moment? The chef, he's just head down, having a little look at what's ahead of him here.
Oh, 62 yards and no heartbeat. You won't be thrilled with that. Is he going to spin one back down? Oh, he's left it up on that back ridge.
That's not fun back there, man.
Nope. You just said it's not fun back there.
Can you hear me again, Casey?
I can hear you again.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hear him, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was an awkward number you just had, man.
Yeah, 16, 17.2.
A little bit of mental arithmetic going on there, just trying to figure out why he overshot that green. And he's now going to have a pretty tricky putt. We saw Jay Smithers ball in very tight. I can only guess that's probably going to be for a birdie, which means that Chef is going to have this putt that he's just doing some maths on now.
So I can
or else he's going to go 1 down.
Well, that is a very true conversation.
Well, I think he was just saying that Jason is going to get a birdie. So he has to kind of
turn.
pull something out of the bag, and he's let it go, and it's gone in. We heard it before we saw it there.
Good putt.
Tell you what, there's not many things better in this world than the sound of the
Blah,
ball
blah, blah, yeah,
hitting
like
the back of the
rattling
cup.
in there.
Needed that one.
And he needed that one indeed. What a great putt. Chef, you have to come to play.
Make that one. I'll be honest with you.
No, that's a very, very tough putt back there, dude. I was
So nice as well that Jason is actually acknowledging
I would call it elite.
what they are each doing there as well.
This will
Chef
be
UF having a really tricky time. Obviously played it a little bit too long, didn't he, on the approach shot? But yeah, getting the job done, keeping it as it was as we entered that one, all squared. But let's jump back now because we have two, obviously, semi-finals going simultaneously. Golf X3.
Heartbeat. Oh, delicious. Once again, and that looks like another halved in birdies and Jason's 5th birdie in a row, playing perfect golf right now. And while you're playing perfect golf, it's going to be very difficult for your opponent to get back in the game. Something is going to need to happen to shift the momentum for Golf X3, the most decorated eTour player we've ever seen, or else Young 46 is going to find himself a place in another final.
Yeah, I mean, Young 46 needs the win more than
He does.
Golf X3 does. Obviously, it's not only nice just to get the money, but to cement himself as one of the greatest, to put himself up the ranking a little bit, because obviously he talks about he could overtake both F Magnets, which I guess he's probably done now, and Golf X3 if he's to beat him.
That'd be huge. To move all the way up from 4th to 2nd in the seedings is massive. You know, it almost, without getting any, there's not going to be any gimmies. In the global final, it's going to be the best of the best playing each other. So every game is difficult. But my goodness, you'd rather play 7th place in the rankings than 5th place. That's for sure. So, yeah, going to be a big move up for him. And he's in command of this game. Are we going to see another Imperial iron shot into this green to set up a 6th birdie in a row for Young 46? He's got Golf X3 just where he wants him now. He's got him on the ropes. Is he going to keep him there? Can he keep that pressure on? Doing a bit of calculation. Going to go for around about 93% power. Can he get a ding? He's got a ding. Did he do the maths right? It's no heartbeat. Oh, it is a heartbeat, Rach. It is a heartbeat. He's keeping the pressure on.
I feel like
What a golf shot.
2 up
What a golf shot.
is enough that it still keeps you on your toes. When you go early doors, 3 or 4 up, that's when we saw it earlier. You relax a little bit. But 2 up, there's no room for error still. So
Not against Payton.
Young 46 still plays like he's all squared, which I like to see. I think if you go up too much early on, then you do just subconsciously take your foot off the gas. So at the moment, Young 46 is playing exactly how he needs to play, and Golf X3 hasn't yet responded. So let's see what you can do then.
He's doing to him what he does to other people right now, which is get ahead and then keep the pressure down, keep the foot down on your opponent, not give him an inch. Because now Payton's got to find a heartbeat of his own, or else he's going to have a really pressure putt to avoid going 3 down. But Golf X3 has just shown he's able to give it and take it. Because he's given as good as he got here. This is all over the flagstick. Sensational putt. It's going to be further than Jason's. He'll putt first, but probably an even more straightforward putt because it's going to be uphill. So he'll probably just rattle this one in off the right-hand side. But he's got to now because he knows his opponent is in time.
Yeah, he will. We've seen him make much more difficult shots than this. He won't take too much time doing it either.
God, talk about missed ding. That was so far off the line, but obviously intentional. Back of the cup, makes the birdie, and now just asks the question of Jason. It's not a tap-in. Still got to concentrate here over this. Slippery down. He'll take a look at it. It's off the left. He'll just manoeuvre that out to the right as we look at it.
Oh, tiny bit even. I didn't even see it move.
He's got to just keep concentrated here. It's going to be downhill as well. The tendency here will be just the tiniest missed ding could result in a miss, such as the pace. May have intentionally missed ding that. He probably did, just to hold it off against the break a little bit to the left, and he got it in the hole. Another birdie for Jason. 6 of the best in a row. On to the 7th, downwind, par 4. Pretty straightforward hole, this one. The only thing to worry about is the fairway bunkers. We do not very often see these guys miss fairway, so they're just going to absolutely rifle this down the green, giving themselves short wedges into a fairly open pin location. I would not be surprised if we see this halved in birdies and we move on. And it's another hole ticked off for Jason. This guy can go 20 under par very regularly. If he birdies every single hole, then there's almost no way that Golf X3 can get back in this game. He's going to need eagles. He's going to need hole-in-ones maybe. He's going to need to hole out from the fairway. Now he finds himself 2 down.
Well, he said to me, didn't he, in that interview, he wanted to play on this course. Didn't really get to do it last time out, and we saw him play. He practices a lot here. So this probably feels like home to him. We all have a favourable course, don't we, or anything to play on. What would yours be?
I love Wolf Creek. Wolf Creek's great, sets up some big undulations, par 5s gettable in 2, great fun for the sort of less experienced player like myself to make some birdies. These guys probably just find they love the greens suit their eye a little bit. They like the distances, they can lead themselves into flags to get in with the right club, to hit the right part of the green. So they'll all have their own favourites for sure. And right now, Jason is loving it at Oakmont. Golf X3, they're hitting into this 7th. He's going to try, he's got himself the honour into the green, and he's hit a great heartbeat in past the hole, and you can see it's moving off. So that's a good shot, but by no means a guaranteed birdie, which means Jason now, will he find his 7th birdie in a row? 161 yards in. Is he going to go with the 6-iron, or is he going to change club? Is he going to go with less power? He might, we don't know. He might go with less power instead of a club change here. He is going to go with less power.
Well,
95%.
Just.
Does he miss ding it? He does miss ding it off the left, and he has got the heartbeat. So his calculations were, no, he hasn't got the heartbeat.
Yes, he has.
Is there a heartbeat?
It's going.
I mean, either way, look at it. He is on fire right now. He is on absolute fire. He is in full. Oh, look at that, a wink to the camera. He knows it. He knows exactly what he's doing. When Jason's like this, he might be the best, you know. He hasn't brought this out much. We've seen Peyton destroy people for almost 2 years now. But Jason, when he's rocking and rolling, is pretty impressive.
Oh, and look at what event he won last year.
He's the defending champion.
Oh, the Nedbank. Ah.
He loves it here, doesn't he?
Likes this, doesn't he?
Missed putt from Golf X3. And now, Jason, for not only a 7th birdie in a row, from only 3 feet, dead straight, but to go 3 up. Oh.
Got it. Done it. Is he going to wink?
Oh, he's having such a great time. He is having such a great time. That's one man who is not having a great time. But let me tell you, this ain't over. I would never count Peyton out. Just like you can't count out the Tiger Woods of real golf. If we're saying that he's the Tiger Woods of the eTour, you cannot count this guy out. But he's got to do something pretty remarkable because Jason is not making... He's playing perfect golf.
Yeah. Well, Golf X3 is actually currently getting a taste of his own medicine. This is what he did to F. Magnus in the quarterfinals. He went 3 up.
Hang on.
Is that perfect?
From 300 yards, a driver to a heartbeat. This guy right now is walking on water.
How close is that getting?
It's going to get close.
So good.
Wow. This is a statement. We've not seen anyone do this to Golf X3 before.
But when you're also loving your own performance, you can see now there's nothing going to stop him. The confidence is so high right now.
Peyton has got to go to the well. He's got to get a bigger bucket as he can find, throw it down there, and hope he finds water.
What kind of player says things like that to himself on the real course? Like, that was so good. Who are you liking in Young 46 to at the moment?
I think there's a bit of Justin Thomas in that. Justin Thomas likes a little bit of self-promo out on the golf course.
Got to, though,
You can see that in him. But look at this, it's a tremendous golf shot on his own. I mean, this is a 300-yard par 3. Are you kidding me? Are you really saying we've got 300-yard par 3s now? I mean, that's just obscene. That is obscene. I actually think in actual golf, the limit on a par 3 is 250 yards. There may be an exception if there's a special undulation or elevation in play, but I've never seen a 300-yard par 3 before, apart from here at Oakmont on the 8th. Now, Golf X3. This is the sort of putt he needs to send a message to get himself some momentum. He's got to do something extraordinary to just rock the rhythm of Jason off.
Would this be extraordinary if he got this in?
It would, but then the problem is Jason's got a shorter putt. He's probably going to make it and make it almost, you know, null and void.
Yeah.
But it's just going to lend a little voice to let Jason know, hang on a minute, mate. Don't forget who you're up against here. But if he doesn't make this, you know, you're starting to think that Jason's halfway in the final. Chance to go 4 up if it doesn't drop. It's not going to turn from there. It's not going to turn from there. It tried to turn from there. He's ended up behind the hole. Very good putt. But now, young 46 for an 8th birdie in a row and 4 up, almost at halfway. And Rachel, it doesn't get much easier a putt than this to go 4 up in the semi-final of the Nedbank against the most decorated player in the game. He's going to be inside the hole and firm. And this is going to go in. It's going to be 8 birdies in a row, and he's going to be 4 up.
I'd love to have some stats because I don't know if we've actually ever seen Golf X3 go 4 down.
I don't know if we have. I don't believe we have. We may have done once, but not in a match like this.
Possibly when he lost the final?
Maybe.
But then it would have been closer. I don't know. Wow. Young 46 going 4 up as we... I mean, we're still on the front nine. I was going to say, as we approach the back nine, we're still on the front nine. It's on the whole night. Let's jump over quickly because we're on the 11th at Wolf Creek in the other semi-final between Jay Smithers and his good mate, Chef UF. It's saying, as we left it as well, nobody has managed to pull a lead out yet. This is Jay Smithers in his little Halloween costume, very fitting for this time of year. Very American as well, isn't it, Halloween?
Very good shot in here from Jay Smithers. That is a tap-in birdie. We talked about the elevation changes at Wolf Creek.
I think when we're on, they put us on.
Oh, I see. So that we believe that as we cover their game.
10.
Let's have a listen.
I'd like to see that again. That was stupid.
I'd like to see that part on 10
I'd like
as well.
to see it. I've not seen it either.
I'd love to see it.
Smithers. Right, Chef UF.
The last hole, the one I missed, straight up the hill.
Well, it looks like Jay Smithers maybe missed a putt to either get ahead or to go ahead.
There's nothing really reading any break, and it took off to the left on.
Chef UF with a birdie putt here that he's going to need to make if he wants to stay level in this match, because Jay Smithers is basically in for his birdie. The sort of putt that if you're going to win an eTour event, you've got to make. We're going to hear it before we see it. He's made it. He's delivered again.
Let's go.
Let's go. Love that. I could watch these two all day just for the little back and forth chit chat that we have between the two of them. It's great.
Let's go.
I like them both. I want them both to do well. It's hard when two guys like that go up against each other. You're like, oh, I'm willing both of them to make it through to the final. Obviously, only one can go through. But at the moment, nothing's happening over there in terms of no one's pulling ahead. So we'll jump back over this one where young 46 is doing that. He's pulling ahead by 4 at the moment over Golf X3. I mean, I don't actually believe I've ever said that. 4 up over Golf X3.
Crazy stuff. And it looks like Jason's hit another one in tight. Golf X3's got to follow him, and he has not got a heartbeat moment. We can see Jason's ball now. Jason's going to have that putt for a 9th birdie in a row. I thought there was a little undulation there on the green. Maybe it was a bit of a shadow on my monitor. But actually now Golf X3 has got a really tough putt. Not just because of the break you can see on your screen, but because of what it means metaphorically in this match. Because if he misses it, his opponent has a more makeable, shorter putt to go 5 up through the halfway point. Now, I'm glad we're watching this match because it's not only something monumental could be about to happen, but this one could be finished relatively soon, and we can then get back over to the action in the other semi-final and hear some of that great interaction between our two players. But right now, Golf X3 is in a dogfight. He's in the trenches for his Nedbank life. Big putt on its way. What a putt this is. Oh no! It was a brilliant read from Peyton. But it means nothing because it has not gone in. A really tricky putt. A really good one.
This is 5.
This putt is for 5. And look at it.
How easy is that?
Look what we talk about.
It's not even moving.
It's not about just getting close, Rach. It's about leaving yourself these putts. This is just how dialed in young 46 is right now. He is literally playing the golf of his life. For 9 birdies in a row. Has he got it?
Yeah.
He has. 5 up. I do not believe what I'm seeing. Peyton, silence.
Wow. Let's go. This match is good. I mean,
Wow.
it's now a case of how many will he finish.
But think
up
about
by?
this. If you get yourself into the final, as Jason pretty much is almost about to do, what sort of message does it send to your opponent that you play? I've just beaten the most decorated player, 5 up, by the way. Good luck. Is that going to mean this aura of invincibility he gives off, which hasn't always paid true, could be starting to form? Because this is a message, this is a result that will be spoken about in the eTour annals for years to come, if he can pull it off. It's not over yet.
4 up, wasn't he, against Human 66? He's now gone 5 up over a completely different player in terms of quality of Golf X3. Now, on his favourite course, so I can't wait to speak to him about this afterwards as well.
I tell you what, Golf X3 not only is his chance to get in the final, his chance to go number 1 is over, because we know he had a deficit in hole difference. His hole difference is getting an absolute whooping right now. He was only 10 up, he's currently only 5 up, so that's basically done. Golf X3, if Young 46 wins this match, I think he goes into 2nd place, guaranteed, if he wins this match, which is absolutely enormous. Absolutely enormous. And it then means we'll have the showdown, potentially, that we've been waiting for. Can Jay Smithers get himself into that final? If Young 46 does, will we have a 1 versus 2 global finals positioning playoff in the final of the Nedbank? But don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Still chance for Peyton to get back in it, and he's done what he needs to do. All he can do is hit perfect golf shots. All he can do is make birdies. But birdies might not be enough. He might need an eagle. And he nearly got one. He nearly got one. So that will be a kick-in birdie. Jason will get the chance to hit 2nd. And all he needs to do is match him. And it's just another round, another hole done.
That's exactly what you're doing now, aren't you? You just, like we always mentioned, just
Counting
playing literally hole by hole, counting it down, trying to stay up by as many as possible, just to not have to play all 18. Because, again, if you can play this in maybe 16, then you're just saving yourself a bit more, because when you play 3 matches over the course of a day, it's a lot of mental concentration, isn't it?
Absolutely is. Absolutely is.
There's not much let off between, because I have to chat to them as well. So, like, Rachel, stop asking me these questions. I want to go and
relax.
have something to eat just to reset.
Oh, look, we thought Peyton's was good.
Whoa.
Jason almost matches him, and Jason will be putting first now. And, yeah, I mean, there's not much Golf X3 can do now. He can just make... if he birdies out, he's not going to be anywhere near enough. He's got to probably find eagles. Because, yeah, sure, Jason might stop making birdies eventually, but he ain't going to stop making too many. It's going to be 1 or 2 pars at worst/best, however you look at it. Right now, for 10 birdies in a row, he is dialed in with his driver, he's dialed in with his irons, his wedges, his putter's been absolutely sublime. Can he convert another one? Double digits in a row. On its way. Of course it's in, Rachel. Of course it is. It's another birdie. 10 birdies in a row. Somebody call the fire brigade. This man's on fire.
Well, it would take quite a long while to get there from Copenhagen, won't it?
We might need to go local.
We might have to go local.
Yeah.
Where is he? Ohio? There we go. So let's move on, though, because we know what's going down there, 5 up. But I hear something pretty spectacular happened in our other semi-final. We heard the boys talking about the 10th hole and a great putt there, but I believe something even better happened. So let's join that semi-final now and see exactly what's been going down, because Jay Smithers is up. So let's have a look at it.
Oh, surely not. This is the 13th, the famous 13th, the dogleg right. You can cut the corner, par 4, on the green in 1, takes a kick off the bank. Jay Smithers, surely not.
Go in.
Surely not.
It's going all the way.
Go in.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it did!
An eTour first. Not just a hole-in-one. A hole-in-one on a par 4. That is an albatross.
And between friends, Chef UF and Jay Smithers were both loving that. Oh, I loved it. Amazing history.
We talked about something special happens at Wolf Creek. Why it's my favourite golf course? Because things like, I've never done that, but when you get these guys on that golf course, magical things can happen. A hole-in-one on a par 4. You've never seen it before on the eTour. You have now. Albatross for Jay Smithers. Absolutely incredible. Gets him 2 up in a match that there was nothing between them, was there?
No,
and then he takes something like that to get himself ahead. Wow.
Special moment there. over at Wolf Creek for Jay Smithers. He will not forget that in a while, and it really puts him out in front now at the moment. Chefkiev has to respond, but I love just the sportsmanship over there and the friendship between the two of them. But let's jump.
What can you do about that? What can you do about that?
You can't. You have to just applaud it and say, wow, like, awesome job. But you're taking the hat off to this guy as well. He's taking his hat off, Young 46. No hats around for him. Golf X3 has to respond shortly. We're on the 11th and it's not looking too good.
I'm interested in the birdie streak right now. Currently on at least 11. We don't know how he finished his quarter-final match, how many he made in a row to end that game. Maybe we can find out. But right now we know definitely it's at 10. He's got that putt for it to go to 11 in a row. Golf X3 is right up against it now. He's pretty much got to do what Jay Smithers did, and he's got to hole out from some sort of distance to give himself, because Jason right now is not only ahead, but he's got all the momentum, all the swagger, all the confidence. I don't see anything other than him just, pretty much birdieing out here. So Golf X3's got to do something special.
You said that, didn't you? Would Young 46 be super confident going into the next one if he's 5 up? But surely we've just seen Jay Smithers being so confident now after that hole-in-one. So yes and no. They're both confident. Whoever's going to make it to the final.
We're going to have ourselves an absolutely ding-dong of a final no matter what. But look, once again, Rach, look what he's done. This is, for me, the most impressive thing about his play today, is the quality of putt he's left himself on every single putt. He's not made himself hold the big 30-foot breaky putts down the hill. He's pretty much left himself uphill, straight putts, stress-free golf for 11... Oh, he's missed it! I've jinxed him.
No!
Oh, no. Right, OK. That is the only way the Golf X2 is going to get back in this match. That
it's
is
also the only blip
error.
that we've seen.
It's been a perfect round.
It's the only blip we've seen from him so far.
How will he react? Because he'll be so devastated to let him back in there. How will he react? Will that throw him off, or will we see him get back on the horse? 10 birdies was enough. It's pretty good. It's enough to have him 4 up in this match. But now Golf X3 has the honour. Now we've got to see something here.
He's frustrated. He's even picked up his pad of paper. I don't know what that's... Is he reading... I'm going to ask him, is he reading some words of encouragement? He looks like he's just repeating something to himself there.
Maybe. Interesting.
What was he looking at?
Interesting. Either he was checking a calculation, or maybe he was... I mean, I don't know. There was nothing really he got calculated wrong there. He just didn't execute on the putt. I don't know. I have to say, we'll have to ask about that putt, because it's a very regulation putt for him to make.
Interesting. Well, we'll speak to them at the end of this match and get their thoughts on that. Was that the little bit of a chink in his armoury that we saw there, coming unstuck a little bit on the 11th?
So what, this is a great thing to have afterwards, because it's a par 5. So you know that there's a chance for something special, an eagle potentially. I mean, it's going to be a long ask. It's a 632-yard hole. We're going to have 320 in. It is downhill, though. They're not going to get it on the green. They might get it close. So you never know. A chance to hole one from sort of 50-ish yards, maybe, and spark something. Golf X3 is going first. There will certainly be a birdie on this hole. Will Jason bounce back and get the birdie? Or will Peyton continue to claw his way back from the jaws of defeat? Let's be honest. 5 down, something crazy.
I mean, you think it's going to kind of continue in Young 46's favour, because he talks about how much he loves this course. So I can't see him getting too many things wrong. I know we just saw a blip there, but, that was obviously a little mistake on his behalf. Mistakes happen. Yeah, let's see. Why is that interesting? Where he's just
Jason's gone ahead of Peyton. He's either playing to a very particular number, but I would have thought he would have wanted to go first here. Hit him first, hit it tight, guarantee the birdie, make Peyton under pressure, do the worst. But now Peyton could do the same to him. Peyton's going to hit this in close, probably a heartbeat moment, probably a tap-in birdie, and now Jason all of a sudden has got a bit of pressure on him. So I just thought Jason might have laid up short of Peyton there. So he's given himself a bit of extra stress than he maybe could have avoided. But undoubtedly, the way he's playing, still fully back him from 60-odd yards to get this in tight and a heartbeat moment of his own. A pretty regulation shot, good number. He'll know exactly how far this is for his lob wedge. Medium spin is put on it. Doesn't want this to spin back down the hill. And it's on its way. Is it a heartbeat? Oh, it's not, See, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, Jason.
This is what I'm talking about. He doesn't like it. He's left himself work and maybe could have avoided that. He put that bit of pressure on himself by not going in first.
Questioning himself as well, actually talking to himself now, going, oh, Jason, I can't believe you've just done that. says Young 46. But let's hop on over to the other semi-final. You can see what's unfolding over here after that awesome hole-in-one for Jay Smithers. He's running away with it now. He's 3 up on the 16th when we're joining it.
Yeah, we could
now,
be close.
so this is
could be
pretty much
out. Could be
done.
Yeah, I mean, Chef UF has to win this hole, and he's going to be hitting him first. So this shot pretty much has to be on the money. It is go time for Chef UF. Extra focus needed here. We've got 70 yards. One, you'd definitely expect him to get this in tight. But with that extra bit of pressure, we just saw what happened to Young 46 in the other game. The heart rate raises, Rach. The breathing gets a bit quicker. Hands get a bit sweatier. It's harder to execute on those things that they can do routinely so easily. And he has not got it in tight, which means
Convert.
Jay Smithers hits this in close, guarantees the birdie, and it's game over. He's in the final.
Yeah, Jay Smithers, you know, knows what it takes, doesn't he, to win these things. He's won 2 of these events before.
Do it.
So he's a true champion.
Fantastic shot in from Jay Smithers.
Can you hear me again, Josh?
There we
I
go.
hear you, buddy. Dude.
Hey, bro. Thanks for the hole-in-one on a par 4, bro. That was cool. That was neat. That was real neat. Kind of took the wind out of the old Chef UF sails.
Yeah, that was pretty gross, dude. Good game, bud.
Congratulations, man. That was fantastic.
I can hit that shot I can hit that shot 1,000 times, bro. You know, and it doesn't do that.
I'm currently aware of the situation I find myself. Congratulations, bro. That was awesome.
Thanks,
if anyone was gonna hit a hole-in-one on a par 4 on the semifinals, I would want it to be. Well, actually, I'd want it to be Peyton, but you would be second. So, congratulations, bro.
Thanks, buddy.
Chef UF, can you hear me? Just checking in. I mean, Chef, it looked like you had so much fun out there. How much fun did you have playing your mate, Jay Smithers?
So when your mate only needs 1 shot to put it in the hole on a par 4, that makes it less fun. So lesson learned, Rach, Seb, don't call somebody overrated before you play them on a worldwide broadcast, because then they hit a hole-in-one on a par 4 and step on your throat, and he just played awesome. But that was the end of it. When he did that, I went 2 down. What can you do?
That was massive trash talking for you, and it came back to bite you where it hurts. We're not going to talk about that anymore, but that hole-in-one was epic. But let's just talk about you. We're going to see you again now. Awesome. You're into the global finals. Please say you're going to practice loads now.
I will practice loads, and I will do the best I can. I'll try to glean everything I can from Jason and Josh and the Peytons of the world, and see how they do this thing so consistently. And I'll put my best effort forward. Don't you worry. And we'll see if we can win some more money for the wife.
And just go and jump in the pool for us. That'd be great. Go on, run on, jump in the pool.
Not gonna happen. I gotta go to work. Thank you though. If I would have made the hole-in-one par 4, I would have jumped in the pool.
Okay, we're holding you to that at the global finals. Chef UF, we'll see you then.
Okay, deal.
Thanks for taking part. See you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Right, I'm holding him to that, Seb. He's going to jump in the pool if he makes the global finals and wins the entire thing. But let's jump back over to this one because, I mean, it's high enough.
He's got another one back, Rach. He's got another one back. Young 46. Definitely rattled by that unforced error. This is the little door opening that Peyton likes to exploit. He's got a lot of work ahead of him, but this is back on. But yeah, amazing to see that from Chef UF and Grace Smith. It's a great game, great golf shot to win it effectively with that hole-in-one on the par 4, but great camaraderie between those two. And really good to see Chef UF will guaranteed now in the global finals. But this is interesting. This is fascinating stuff because this was all over. This game was finished. It was 5 up, and he just lost composure, which is something that I feel The only thing that can stop young 46 winning more on the eTour is himself. I think it's himself. I think he's got this amazing ability, this amazing confidence, this sort of energy, electricity about him, and it gets him to this highest level, but I think he can lose composure so quickly. I think being in control of his abilities is something that is the only thing stopping him. Because when he's on, he's on. I mean, to be 5 up with Peyton, you've got to be very, very good at this game.
Well, that's why I'm wondering what's on the paper, because we saw him kind of giving us the wink, raising his eyebrows, having all the fun, and then he makes one mistake which didn't matter. He went from 5 up to 4 up. I mean, that's massive still. And he wobbles like he does, and he goes only 3 up.
And now Peyton is just going to chip away at this lead. He's going to try to. Young 46 has got to be composed and get back to doing what got him in this position in the first place, making quality approach shots, winning, making birdies, winning holes. This is a heartbeat. How close are we talking? It's very good. OK, so now he's done what he needed to do. He's removed the pressure off him and just put a little bit of it back onto Peyton, because Peyton cannot afford any more pars. It's got to be all birdies from here on in. And this is a chance for his birdie. Or else he has a chance to be decked 4 down again with 4 to play, and feels like maybe the wind will be taken out of his sails, this little resurgence he's on. So this is a big putt. But we know what Peyton does when he needs to do something. He very often steps up. By no means a gimme though. Breaking off the left, uphill. These are the ones he often so makes straight in the heart. He's dinged it. It's moving.
No.
Oh, it did. It did. Look, he's going to stay out there for a minute.
It was not going in. Wow.
He's done it though, and now, although Jason has a much shorter putt, he's put the pressure back on him. But I mean, if he misses this, someone's got to sound the alarm bells.
I mean, he's not missing this.
Can't miss this.
This is a silly one to make.
Straight in the heart. Well done, Jason. Well done, Jason. He steadied the ship. Lost 2 holes in a row there.
He's not looking at us now.
No more winking, is there?
No more even looking at the camera. It's like I'm going to focus on the job at hand now, because it's important. 15th, 3 up, yeah, cool. Driving seat still, but Golf X3 has got a little bit of confidence back in his game.
He definitely has, and he only needs a glimmer. Oh, hang on, what's this? No way. Not a time to miss a fairway, no doubt. I thought for a minute, it's leaking. Oh, that is a lot closer to the edge than he would have liked, that's for sure. But he's now got a much nicer line straight up the heart of the green. Don't think that's where he wanted to leave it, though. So we've seen some errors from Golf X3 today. But, you know, this lead was not given to him by Peyton. Young 46 earned this with literally perfect golf on the front 9. And he's piped one right down the middle of the fairway. Again, it's interesting here. No, he's going to be hitting him first. This is what I think Jason needs to do. He needs to start hitting into greens first and get back to doing what he was doing, which is putting quality approach shots in, making his opponent have to deliver just to stay still. So this is a big shot.
I mean, they're all big. But this is big now. 15th is big. OK. Headwind as well. It's taking more time than we have seen him on this one. Flag 6 going back in. How close is it going to be? Oh, about 97%-ish. What have we got on there?
Yeah, I think around about that. Is he going to time it well? He's dinged it, and it's a heartbeat. This is exactly what Jason needed. Look, the chair's shaking again. The confidence is coming back. Very, very good golf shot.
Exactly where he asked for it to be placed. Now he looks at us.
Now he looks. Now he's a confidence player. I like that about him.
Jace.
Thing is with him, you know exactly what's on his mind, and that is something that's great to watch in any sports person. Is when you see they wear their emotion on the sleeve. It's really great to see, isn't it? Because you see how much it means to him.
Well, I always feel like, I know he's like talking to the audience, but I feel like he's talking to us too. Like he can hear us.
He's a showman.
See?
Can they
Told
hear
you
us?
guys.
Can they hear us?
I never know.
I reckon he might be able to hear us. They might have it on in the other.
I would say, Jace, put your thumb up, but he'll completely ignore me.
Yeah, he's in the zone
Jace,
right now.
put the thumb
But Peyton is not pleased about that because he's not matched it, and
he can hear us.
He can hear us.
Well, he's laughing. I don't know if he's laughing at us.
He might be laughing at that golf shot
because
because he's not pleased with the outcome. Because if this doesn't go in, it is an opportunity for Jason to end this match if this doesn't drop. I would be surprised if it didn't, because it has to. And when it often has to, with this man, he gets the job done. No easy putt though. just slowly but surely changing the line of his read out to the right. He's timed it perfect. Did he get the read right? He's coming back. He's coming back. It's what he does. He eats putts for breakfast. He literally goes outside, gets down on the ground and just eats putts.
Tasty.
For breakfast. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty tasty.
Tasty, yeah.
Now, but Jason now has a putt to go dormy, which means obviously it means he's got to lose every single hole for Golf X3 to get back in it. So this is big. This is like a real cushion it gives himself. If this doesn't drop, my goodness, we're going to see some anxiety come into this. Oh my goodness.
It's not. Yes.
Oh, it wobbled. It wobbled. He knew it. Look at him. Big breathe out. He's dormy. He's 3 up, only 3 to play. Golf X3 simply has to, I would say, birdie every single hole. Not physically, but probably has to birdie every single hole in order to do it. Now, it could be over here because this is a par 3. This is a tough one to get in tight. So if Young 46 can find birdie here, then I don't expect a hole in one, but you never know. We've seen one already today.
You never know. Pig may fly. A hole in one may go in on the eTour. We just saw it.
Golf X3. Got to go in tight because he knows par won't be enough, so it's got to be tight for birdie. And he hasn't got the heartbeat, Rach. He doesn't look at it. He rolls his eyes. Just how far off are we talking? Oh, I mean, it's not bad. It's because it span off the green. It stayed on the fringe, which means it is makeable. But now the opportunity, if Young 46 hits this in tight, is over. Can he get the heartbeat? What can he learn from Peyton's shot there? Can he learn by that extra bit of spin that Peyton got, which span him back off the green? Probably cost him his heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm sure he's taken a lot of...
Oh, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. It's no heartbeat.
It's going in exactly the same place, right?
Is it up?
Ooh,
it is
no,
up.
further.
And he's going to spin back now, but that one isn't going to spin. And he's left himself... Oh, now, this is big. Because I don't know who putts first here. Can't be much in it. He does not like that whatsoever. It might be Jason putting first, if I had to guess right now. It's not. Maybe because he's off the green. Maybe because he's off the green. But he is now putting for his tournament life. And also, his position probably as number 2 going into the global finals. Huge putt.
It's just on the fringe here, isn't it? This is really tricky.
I think he makes it.
You think he makes this?
I think he makes it.
Surprised he's not going to chip it from here or something.
I think he's going to make this. I think there's not much in it. He's going to just ram it. Is it in? It's in! He does it! It's what he does! It's what he does. He eats putts for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Absolutely incredible. And now, I mean, this is a tough putt.
No, he's making this.
This
if
is
you
huge.
will it in, you put it out to the universe, he's going in.
Okay? If this goes in, it's game over. But you've got to commend. That is why he's such an incredible champion, Golf X3, because to battle back from 5 down is incredible, really. This would be a massive putt for Jason to make. If he can find a way of getting this one in the hole, then he's in the final. Simple as that. And he's taking down a massive scalp.
Well, he's taking his time, though, isn't he? Look at the clock, just ticking down.
He may well do a
He's timing out.
I think he is, Rach.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to now. On the 16th, you have 5, don't you? Has he taken 1 yet?
I don't know if he has.
Okay, well, he's waiting for that one. Good move. A lot of blinking going on there. You know it gets serious when he starts blinking and just really focusing on the job at hand. Right, we go again. 45 seconds, counting down. I wonder how, long that is. Or does it just go like a flash?
I think when he's in the moment like this, it'll disappear from him. But this is a chance to take not only a huge scalp, but to take it in a really emphatic way with a 16-foot putt. Look at the break he's playing on this. He's made his decision. He's misdinged it, but was it intentional? He's coming back. What a way to finish it off. Oh, it just shaves the edge, and this is not over. We're going to the 17th. It's back to 2, and now, I don't care who you are, how experienced you are, when a 5-up lead goes down to only 2, you are feeling it, because it's not just that you're not guaranteed to win anymore. It's that, oh my God, if I lose from 5 up, I'll never recover, is the thought that's going through your head.
I mean, that hurts.
It could hurt. It's right now, Peyton is going for the green. Is he going to stop up in the short grass? Oh, Peyton's got greedy. He's got greedy. I mean, I don't blame him. He had to do it. He's going to be in the rough. Still a fairly traditionally simple up and down. And this short par 4. Now, what does Jason do? Because Jason knows all he's got to do is make birdie. Does he take on that slither of green? I think he is. I think he's taking it on, Rach. He's taking it on. The wind's starting to nudge it off to the right towards Peyton's ball. They're going to be neck for neck. It's going to be a showdown. Oof. But most importantly for Jason, he's going to hit first. He's going to hit first, and he knows if he can put this one in stone dead, it's over.
He's got to. I mean, I hate to use the word embarrassing, but it would be embarrassing if he doesn't come back and win this one now on the 17th, where the first 9 holes, he absolutely flew through them. He just looked like this was his home, this was his backyard. He said he loves playing at Oakmont where we are right now, and he made it look easy, but he's making this look pretty tough out there.
It's tough. To close the door is tough, especially on the eTour, especially in a semi-final. It's not a heartbeat. What's happening here? Oh, God, Jason. Oh, my goodness. Golf X3, little scratch of the nose. Young 46 knows. He looks at the camera. He knows that he is close to throwing away an enormous lead. Peyton still has to get the job done. He still has to make birdie.
Yeah, he's just talking to himself now, isn't he?
He's out of the fairway. Look, Rach. Whoa. It's not in the rough. He's got a perfect lie after all. This is going to be tight. This is going to be a heartbeat moment within 2 feet. It's not. It's not. OK.
Very similar, right?
Jason's going to putt first. So Jason's got a chance to finish the game. That's all he can ask for. If you'd given him, before the match, a 7-foot putt up the hill to have finished the match on the 17th against Golf X3, he would have taken it all day long. But now he's got to execute, or else we go down the last. Who would have thought it as we made the turn with such a gap between these two players? That we'd be going all the way potentially to the last hole.
It's an 8-foot putt for young 46. He's getting this one in. It's a travesty if he does not.
He's taking. He might. Is he going to run out of time here? I think he's going to run out of time here, Rach. No, he's not.
No, he's
going to get it in, is he?
Well, he can, but he's not.
He's got it.
GG.
Ooh!
I mean, I'm not sure if I'd say GG. Tough game.
Wow.
Wow.
Silence from Peyton.
That was hard work out there. Golf X3, I mean, young 46 made it look like an absolute walk in the park for the first 9 holes. Then you really came back at him and made him really work for it. But unfortunately, he did get one over on you. I mean, how well did young 46 play out there, in your opinion?
Oh, man, that front 9 was really good. I think he shot 9 under through 9 on the front with some pretty tough winds. So that was where it was all at. I was 5 down through 9. I think I shot 4 under on the front. So, yeah, that's where all the action happened.
Yeah, I mean, young 46 was speaking up his chance on Oakmont. He said he loved playing there, and we could see that. But why do you think you possibly didn't perform at your best today? Because we know how good you are.
It's so random. I don't know. Some rounds I play great, some rounds I play bad. Usually the underlying factor is just my putting, you know. On the front 9, I didn't really make any putts, so yeah, that's about it.
Well, you've got a month now, haven't you, to get the putting spot on for the global finals. And what will you do in that time frame now? Because surely you want it even more. You won it last year. You know how it feels to be the champion.
Yeah, I mean, I got to force myself to play this game. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Just practice more, feel more comfortable with the game, so I don't have bad rounds like these. I can be a little bit more consistent if I play a bit more. So that's the plan, just repetition, really.
Yeah, repetition, practice is key. Golf X3, great to have you on board again, and cannot wait to see you back here in a month's time for the big one. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck to Jason in the finals. You played great.
He did play great. I know, he just said there, young 46 is in that final. He joins Jay Smithers, of course. Look at that, 2 absolute world-class WGT players there. I love to see it. And I actually, Seb, love that young 46 made it, because It would have been heartbreak for him if
Oh
he had
my
gone out there.
God. If he had let that 5-up lead go, I'm going to tell you something right now. He wouldn't have forgotten it, but there's no way he would have forgotten it because the other guys would never have let him. That would have haunted him. He will still be disappointed that he didn't go on and send a real message to the world with an emphatic 6-up or something against Golf X3. But that's finished now. He's got himself into the final. He's now got his second Nedbank title to win. One of the only players ever to defend a title and become one of very few players to be a 2-time eTour champion and put his name right up there with the best players we've ever seen. It's what he wants to do, but he's got to go through another multiple winner in Jay Smithers at the final.
Yeah, Jay Smithers, of course, he's won it twice already this year. But let's go to the rankings then and see how that's changed things, because I'm sure it has. Yes, OK. Jay Smithers still sitting at the top of the rankings. Golf X3, though, Young 46. Young 46 now has a chance, doesn't he, to leapfrog Golf X3 because he's in to the final. Obviously, 5,000 points up for grabs there, so he really could change things. F-Mags, though, in, and we know the rest. These 8 players, will be seeing them at our global finals in a month's time. I mean, that's super exciting. And, I mean, the whole event this afternoon has been awesome. Jay Smithers getting a hole-in-one. History.
Crazy.
I mean, I absolutely love to see that. I mean, that's going to be the best shot from the last 2 seasons.
Hole-in-one
I'm going to say.
Is perfect.
OK, but before we kind of talk about that in more depth, let's have a look, shall we, at the best shots from last time out at the BMW PGA Championships.
So Birchie could have that for a tap-in birdie, or if that's for par, this has got to go in pretty much either way. This would be a massive putt to make.
Look at that from Alex.
What's he doing here? Is the hole already finished? He's chipping it.
Wow.
No way. I like this play a lot. You switch to a punch shot, the ball comes in a little lower, grabs and stops that a little bit easier. But what it also does, Rach, is it gives you more flexibility on the distance. When you clip to punch, it will go down to a different distance, meaning that he's hold it. If this goes in, we know this guy is rocking it and rolling today.
Oh, that's just so teasing.
Birchie has an opportunity. Oh, he's dinged it. He's got the heartbeat, Rach. This is massive. How close is it? It's going to come back. It's going to come back. It's not going to go in, is it? It doesn't need to. It may as well have done it. Now he's going to have a really tricky shot. Has he got his short game shot? He's got a heartbeat. Has it gone in? He's hold it. That is the fire we spoke about.
Love those shots, but nothing is matching Jay Smithers. I mean, hole-in-one. I mean, love it. It was here. We witnessed it. That is going to be played on repeat, I'm sure, in his household for years to come. OK, well, he is one of our finalists. Jay Smithers, of course, going up against Young 46. But let's have a look at Jay Smithers now and learn a little bit more about this guy. I mean, 34 years of age, eTour victories 2, both this year, of course. They were set at the beginning of the year, weren't they? Then he had a bit of a lull. I'm going to say I think he'll agree with that. And now he is bouncing back and into another final. Awesome to see. He's such a character. He's well loved on the tour. We love him. And we love this guy. Jason Young, Young 46. I mean, so pleased for him that he's made it through to the final, beating one of the best in the game in terms of Golf X3 there. A little bit older, 1 eTour victory. So he could match, couldn't he, Jay Smithers, if he beats him today, or they could go level on these. I mean, Seb, let's just chat about what we have coming up and how big a deal it is for these two.
Yeah, I mean, this now is a matchup. Young 46 can't catch Jay Smithers for top spot this year because Jay Smithers both his wins in this season. But look at that head-to-head. 29 eTour matches each, just 1 or 2 extra wins over Young 46 Jay Smithers has. So we can get that a lot closer now. And although he can't catch him in the global finals rankings, a win will see Young 46 catch Golf X3, the guy he's just managed to defeat to the 2nd seeding spot in the global finals. But most importantly for him, get him a 2nd eTour title. And there's another man who's got 2 eTour titles. It's Mr. Jay Smithers.
Josh, I'm just going to say hello, Mr. Hole-in-One.
Hi, how are you?
I mean, come on, tell me about that. That's like history being made there.
Listen, I know there hasn't been a hole-in-one on the eTour, but I said, screw it. We're going to do it on a 4 instead of a 3. No, I mean, I could hit that shot 1,000 times and it doesn't go in. That was just, I lined it up. I hit what I wanted to hit. I got a good kick, obviously, and I mean, it was crazy. That's crazy.
It was crazy. We absolutely went wild in the studio here as well. So, I mean, awesome. We love to see that. But tell me how it was as well to play with Chef UF, because you guys just look like you were having so much fun out there. I love to see that.
Chef's one of my favorites to play against. He's just a great person, and he's hilarious. So, I mean, we had a little banter. We could hear each other from time to time. So we had fun with that. And, I mean, he played great. I made a great putt on 12 that kind of probably took a little air out of him. And then, obviously, the hole-in-one on 13, that's a dagger.
Confidence high now against Young 46?
I feel good. I feel very good. Me and Jason have practiced a lot together. We've played a lot together. So I think this is going to come down to the final couple holes for sure.
Awesome. All right, Josh, we'll leave you to it. Good luck in the final.
Thank you.
OK, let's go over to Young 46 now. We've got to say, I mean, 5 up. You were worrying us there. Came down to 2 in the end. I mean, have you resettled those nerves now and ready for the final?
No nerves. There was no nerves. I just got a big lead, got a little lazy, and I brought it back in check, so I'm pretty happy with how I played. I heard your comment about whoever won the Peyton-Mags matchup was going to the finals, and I was like, yeah, I got to show the Lions got to come out of the den and show them who's boss. So, the disrespect was real. I had to show you guys.
I love that the Lion came out of the den, and we love it as well when you kind of wink at the camera and you raise your eyebrows. Seb and I think you're winking and raising your eyebrows at us, so keep that up, please. Jason, I also wanted to ask, what's on the paper? I think it was when you kind of went from 5 up to 4 up. I think it was on 11th or 12th. You had a look at the paper. Is that your calculations? What is that?
Just some notes I have on that tee shot on 11. I hate it, so I took some notes, and you know what? They were garbage on that. It didn't really help me. I made par there, but I hate that tee shot. So I've been trying to take notes on different wins on how hard to hit the driver, and hadn't had that win before, so I just guessed and left myself a terrible number in.
Well, we're virtually in South Africa, so I hope the Lion is still prowling around the savannah here. We're ready for it. We're waiting to see if you can get your second eTour title. Jace, good luck.
Thanks.
Well, there you have it. These are 2 guys that are ready for a final. No nerves. Are you buying that? No nerves?
I can't believe when he was 5
I was
up.
nervous for him.
And it was just going 4, 3, 2. Surely you're nervous with that. He was like, no, I'm like the lion in the den. I had to come out and show him who's boss. I'm like, oh, shush. Like, surely you're sweating. And you've now had to kind of like talk. I'm sure on there was, you can do it. Played your best. Like, the power is in your hand. Those kind of like motivational notes. I bet they were, Jason. He's just playing with us.
He always plays with us, and that's why we love Jason. He is someone destined to win more eTour events. This is a chance now, but the other man, Jay Smithers, chance to pull away from him, become a 3-time winner. Only one other person's ever won more than 2 events, and that's Golf X3, who's now out of this one. Jay Smithers a chance to get closer to his good friend Peyton in the overall Hall of Fame, if you like. He cannot lose his #1 spot now. He's purely playing for the glory of an eTour title. Jason is doing that, but also playing to get 1 notch higher on the global finals ranking. So he's got that little bit extra on the line. This is going to be a great game, You know what? We could go the entire match here not seeing a par. I think these guys are playing at such a high level. Par loses you a hole.
Yeah.
100%.
Can we see another hole-in-one? I'm not sure we'll see that, but we did see it earlier, of course. Let's just remind ourselves exactly how it played out. Look at this.
And we've got to remember, this is a par 4. Now, it's a very tough... He called it straight away. Heartbeat. You heard Chef UF exhale. I mean, the kick is just everything.
Go in. Go in.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
And it was Chef UF who was willing it to go in. And Chef UF was his opponent. I just love that. And Jay Smith has said, he's one of the greatest guys in the game. He's one of his best mates. And I love it when it means something to both of them, as well as, they're going against you. They both want to progress in this competition. So I love the sportsmanship from those 2. Awesome.
They're all coming out of their shells, aren't they? I think this has been one of the best events, not just for the quality of golf, but for getting most out of the players. We're really starting to see the dynamic between them, and I'm absolutely loving it. All hotting up ahead of the global finals. But before we get into that, this is such a massive final now, Rach.
Oh, it is such a massive final. I mean, again, we talk about who needs it the most. I'm going to say Young 46 just needs it.
He does, and he wants it, Mo. I think he might want it more. Jay Smithers is a steely competitor. He wants it, don't you get it wrong. But I think you'll probably put it right. Jason needs it.
Needs it for the community. The community, I think, want to see it. They're all behind him as well. We're behind both of our competitors. Let's get into this Nedbank final. Jay Smithers is going up against Young 46, two formidable characters on the eTour. If you are just joining us, just sit down and enjoy this one. Me and Seb are going to enjoy this one from our studio in Copenhagen. 18 holes in front of us. We're playing on Wolf Creek. It's nearly Halloween. We have a skeleton playing. I mean, that's pretty cool too.
Skeleton in a mask. I'm just making some notes in front of me here. I'm going to note how many birdies we see here. Would you like to have a small friendly wager with me? How many birdies we're going to see in this final?
So did we think that Young 46 got 5? No, he got 10?
He got 10
in a row. But that's only one match.
Yep.
We're not sure how many he got before that, so...
Well, what do you reckon in total in this match between them, whenever it ends, whether hold it for, how many birdies are we going to see?
OK, let's go 20.
20 birdies, 10 each, you reckon? I think that's a pretty good guess.
Yeah, 20.
I think that's a very good guess.
Would you have gone similar?
I think so. I mean, 10 under each. I'm going to say 21.
OK,
Go
slightly.
above.
I took the first one, OK,
I think you did. I think you were brave in doing that. But straight away, we're going to see 2, I think, because they've both got on the green or very close to it in 2 on the par 5. And that's probably going to result in a minimum of... Oh, by the way, what we'll do is, to make it fair, that helps me massively, is an eagle counts as 2.
OK.
Brilliant.
OK. 21. So I got on 24? No, I'm saying...
You can go again if you want. You can go again. You can go 22 if you want. Now we know the eagle rule counts double.
So I'm going to go 24 then.
You're going to go 24?
24.
You're going to think there's a couple of eagles. All right.
A big will go home, right?
I'll go to 22.
OK.
I'll give it a 22.
OK.
Here we go. Chance for eagle. It's a heartbeat. It's got a chance for the eagle. It's not gone in. Jay Smithers thought he had it, but he did not. It is going to be a birdie, though, so that's going to be 1 under for Jay Smithers. I'll make a note of that. We have 1 birdie.
I'm writing down our scores as well. 22 and 24, just in case you go, oh, no, I did say that. No.
Right, that's it. This is the chance for eagle, though, Rach. This is for 2. This is going to help you. You're now going to be rooting for eagles, and we all love eagles, don't we? This is going to go in. He's going to make eagle. He's going to win the first hole. He's going to make the eagle. This is a very similar putt, however, the one he missed, the unforced error, uphill, slightly off the left, and he ended up missing it to the left.
Stop doing the commentator's curse. It's going in. Stop it. Just because you want to win this bet. What are we winning? What are we
playing for? I don't know.
Got a bit of chocolate here.
Oh, perfect. Chocolate's on the line. He's got it. He's rattled it. It's an eagle for Young 46. Point to the camera. It's already 3 birdies, if you like. 3 under pars have been made.
I can hear you now. Hello? Nice putt.
It's crazy. You're off and running, Rach.
And they can hear each other, which I love as well.
Yeah, that's great. That's what we need. We're going to make sure
I got short drove.
give her a chance to listen into these guys.
A little winky face and a finger point.
He's just telling his reaction.
After I saw my number, I was like,
his celebration. I told him we like that and to keep doing it, so hopefully he took it on board.
Can we just talk about the line that Jason has taken here? This is why I love Wolf Creek. You can take some ridiculous... If you get the wind blowing as well, the elevation allows the ball to go so far. You can take par 4s on in 1, as we've seen earlier. You can take par 5s on in 2. I mean, look at this. He's at 94 feet. You can see the fairway out to the right. They're just cutting this corner straight away. This is going to be another 2 birdies, Rach. I think your 24 is looking good right now.
Do you think again I went too low?
It's gone through the fairway.
Holy cow. Yeah, I kind of thought you might beat a Wolf, too. Oh, my gosh.
Well, 87 yards in for Young 46. Off the back of an eagle, can he follow it up with another one if this goes in? Back-to-back eagles, that would be something.
And didn't these guys say they had been practicing together? So they know each other's game.
Oh, look, heartbeat. How close are we talking? Not close enough, but very close for a birdie. I'm going to put that down as another one. That's going to be 3 under. That's 4. Uh-oh.
Glad you're calculating over here.
The thing is, Wolf Creek is just right for birdies.
Dude, that drive went forever.
annoying because I went above you and then you've gone above me.
Yeah.
I should have gone to 25, shouldn't I? Dang!
Did you know I can predict the future?
How can you?
Yeah. Something I've got a good skill at.
Can you let me know who I should captain in my FPL team this weekend, then, please? Okay.
That'd be cheating.
On we go. Jay Smithers approaching, who is 1 down in this match because of an incredible eagle. Young 46 doing exactly what he did to the match in the semi-final against Golf X3, which is going up early. He went 2 up through 2 in that game. Can he do it to Jay Smithers, who's found himself in the rough, but he's managed to make the calculations perfectly, expertly, you might say, and he's hit it in very, very close, almost, if not closer, than Jay. It's going to be another birdie. He's going to go to 2, and that is our 5th birdie in only 2 holes. They might do 30, Rach.
Oh, can I change?
No, you can't change.
Well, I'll still be closer if it's 30, I still win.
Yes.
Okay, so let's have a look at how they approach coming into this then. So actually, Jay Smithers
Took it back on 10, but
thinks he's a favourite.
12.
His ability to play quick without missing a shot.
16.
That's his strength.
You've got a lot of...
I ate 13. I ate 13, dude. It was disgusting.
He hates the 13th.
It was nasty.
Is that? I think the 13th is that par 4.
I was going to say, wasn't that where he got his...
It is a tough hole.
Yeah.
You need to take it off because it's reachable.
Dude, it was 99.9% luck. I mean,
99.9% luck. Who said that? Young 46 or Jay Smithers?
Jay Smithers.
Well, okay. If he's saying it and he's only got it, then fair. It is though. It does, a little bit of skill, but not saying we could do it. But these guys probably have done a few in their time because they play so much.
They may have done a couple.
Yeah.
Couple.
Law of probability coming into effect there. The more you play, the more chance you get for a hole in one. Here we go. So on the 3rd, 1 up at the moment for Young 46. So as we possibly would expect, we saw, if you are just joining us, he went 5 up over Golf X3 in his semi-final. So literally picking up where he left off. 208 yards though out here. A bit of wind from the right. Didn't quite get the heartbeat on that one, but did ding it. So, it rolls quite far away from the pin there. That's a long part he's got to make.
oh, it did.
This is everything they've got to be careful of. This is the final.
That'll be fun.
They're good friends, but if they get too relaxed, they can make mistakes.
They seem relaxed now, don't they?
They do.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, this is brutally tough, dude.
Brutally tough.
It is a tough hole. Wind slinging off that right-hand side. Look at it move now.
Yeah, I didn't trust myself to hit the ding on that hybrid.
He's played it nicely.
I hit the ding.
How was he gonna roll?
I mean, it was the only play I felt like. What'd you end up hitting? 3-wood?
Yeah, I hit 93, 94% 3-wood.
It's so hard to see. You got to hit it right into that.
Right, well, Rach, the birdies are going to slow up here, possibly.
How's this look?
But
Whoa,
we've got
look at
38
that.
feet down 20 inches. This ain't that easy.
Peachy.
That's tough. I think they're going to have a timeout, right? He's going to...
Well,
maybe not on the 3rd.
loads. It's not breaking loads, but the thing is, a par is a massive thing in this game because you're just giving your opponent a chance to get back. So he's got to really give this as good a chance as he can because you can see Jay Smithers probably around about half the distance to the hole. And hasn't got that ridge to come over. We're going to see it from a great behind the cam angle here. I like this angle. On its way, look, it hits that ridge now and it starts to run away from him, leaking back. Now we see the reverse, it's coming. There might be a little bit of back off the right at the end. It's now getting further away. A very good 2-putt. But that's going to be a par. Boo, par.
A little timid, but I don't know what else
And he
to do there. I mean,
stays.
you got like a huge breaking
A little
putt,
timid, yeah. I mean, he
this is
again
tough,
at this
so I don't-
moment, you don't want to be too overconfident and send it sailing the other way. So it's better to be in that position that he finds himself in now.
Well, Jay Smithers needs to switch on here because this is a chance to get straight back to level par. You don't want to give away too many chances to win holes in a final because they can haunt you.
Absolutely can.
So look at the break he's playing here. Oh, a little stutter. Is it going to come back enough? He's trying, you know. What a putt this is. Oh! The birdie bus has stopped.
Ow, that was close. That was frustrating. for Jay Smithers there.
Tomorrow.
Well, these are going in, surely, with ease.
Yeah.
Par.
Are we going to see this chatter continue for the entirety of this game? Because there is a lot of money.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Oakmont, man. What the heck?
I was going to. Everything in me was going to play it, and then I just played Wolf Creek too good this morning.
Smart.
I really didn't. I didn't make too many errors.
That is very smart because
I get it.
Young 46, loving Oakmont. Maybe these two playing together as much as they do. Maybe Smithers knew that. He elected this course with the veto process because he knows how well he played it earlier. So possibly you could argue, despite the scoreline, a bit of an advantage for Jay Smithers there.
Totally. I mean, if you're playing well on a course, you are going to want to play it in competition. Confidence is high on it.
I always think about Peyton every time I hit this tee shot, especially into a right to left.
Thinking about pace at the moment, but yeah, like muscle memory, it's really there, fresh in the memory bank. Played it this morning.
Yeah.
Keep going. Roll with that. If it's working, don't change it. And yeah, that veto process you spoke about has possibly gone Jay Smithers' way at the moment. So he would have vetoed Oakmont. Young 46 would have vetoed Pebble, which would have come down to this.
I think so. And that's what happened.
Yeah. So here we go then. On the 4th, nothing really to separate these guys at the moment. Pretty even. You can't really look at one up too much at this stage, especially when it kind of, you get there and it stays for a few holes. It's not like it's fluctuating too much at the moment.
Oh, he doesn't like it.
Dreadful putt.
I love as well that a lot of these players talk about
The worst shot I've ever
who's
hit.
the most fun to beat, and it's always young 46
Yeah.
who's fun
Well,
to beat because
that's
he
the-
gets so
That's the price you pay, right?
animated.
That's the price you pay. When you give out all the confidence, then you make a target on your back and people want to beat you. But that's fine, because then when you do beat them, that's when he gets the dividends. So it's a game he's very well played, very used to playing, and plays it very well. But it does mean the other guys have got extra motivation to beat you, that's for sure. And he's not thrilled with his shot in here.
Borderline on that punch number.
Yeah, it's a bad number.
Talking about here how the punch number could be very useful in these shorter shots because it could really come in with a nice bit of spin, but it is a strange number that it gives you by taking off when you change to the putt type shot. It takes a bit off the full distance, but he's managed to make the full distance work for him very well here. The full shot in tight. It's going to come and spin back, tap in birdie. It's going to be a
better.
birdie for Jay Smithers on the 4th, which means young 46 has to make this one now for a birdie of his own, which will be enough to keep him one up. Tricky putt. He knew it. He called it. As soon as he hit this shot, he said, I'm going to leave myself a horrible shot there. And it's only 9 feet. But look at it.
Oh, yeah, it's disgusting up there.
God, he's really got to play it out wide, hasn't he? Or aim it out wide, I'm going to say.
Oh, he's bending back. I think he's done it brilliantly.
Oh, no!
Oh, my gosh. Good try.
Back-to-back pars for Jason means we are all square.
How far did you end up playing that?
Ouch. This is going
Grid and
in.
a half- a little over a grid and a half. I should have played it right out of grid and a half.
That's puke from 9 feet.
I love the conversation.
Yeah,
It literally
that
sounds
was
like
terrible.
they are having a dress rehearsal. Just practicing at home, having a bit of fun, mates here. You can picture it, can't you? If you're out walking a course as well. You're like,
Totally.
yeah, having a little chit-chat about what's going on. Trying to help each other almost as well, aren't they?
This will be fun.
So there we go. Back to all squared then, on the 5th.
Another opportunity to get a bit cute with this. The wind is not helping that.
No cutting any corner here. Jeez.
Yeah, normally they can play this one much further up here to get a much shorter shot in, but still only 490-yard par 5. They should be on this in 2. So we're going to see more birdies for your birdie tally here, Rach.
Good. That's what I like
We're
to
on
hear.
6 so far.
I'm looking forward to the chocolate bars that you're going to give me.
Yeah.
I've said plural now, chocolate bars. I don't want one.
Oh, whoa, what's happened here? Ballooned tee shot.
Okay.
Should be just fine, though.
Not like I dinged it or anything.
183 into the green, which is not a lot. Even into the wind up the hill. The guys should be able to get home in 2 quite comfortably. Yeah, we're seeing them go up with as little as 5-iron potentially. We may see that change with how uphill and upwind it is. We should have a look when they do their maths. Yeah, we see the clubs changing now. It's going to be a 3-iron for Jay Smithers. And there's a little bank and a ridge that he can use here to nick this one in a little bit. Almost full pelt on the 3-iron. Maximum spin. On its way, no heartbeat, but he's starting to pull off from the flag now. He may have pulled it a smidge. A misding left, but he's on the putting surface. Can he hold it? Can come back off that ridge. He's going to try. It's going to try now and work its way back towards the hole. Not bad. Not bad at all. That is for eagle after all. So we are going to see definitely a birdie. He knows it'll be a tough putt.
Yeah, he's not particularly chuffed with that one. But we'll go again and see what Young can do to match him here. Again, he probably just had a little look at what Jay Smithers just did and try and do a little bit better.
Take a little bit off it and a little bit.
I went for the gutsy play.
He's gone for it and he's got it. Heartbeat moment. Look at this.
For the ballsy play.
Into the bank, stuns it, runs it towards the hole, and he's rewarded with not only a shorter putt, but an uphill putt.
Yeah, I just didn't, going first, I just didn't want to be back or way short.
Well, he has to take a chance, doesn't he? That's basically what we're seeing here. If you don't take the chance, you're not going to go up, which looks like if Young 46 can make his much easier putt than Jay Smithers, we could see it going back to what it was only a few holes ago. 1 up for Young 46. Jason, of course. But this is a little bit tricky. I mean, he's playing it again, aiming it super wide here to try and make it break at the right place. How has he read that one?
He's not got it, you know, but it's a nice birdie.
Wow.
He goes to 4 under, and that's another birdie on the counter.
Oh, that's really unlucky. Again, so close to going in there.
This will be big for his second eagle of the round, and we're only on the 5th hole. They could make a mockery of our birdie attempts here. But we're on sort of pace to do around 25-ish at the moment. We're on that number. But this is going to really help. If this goes in, big statement for a second eagle in 5 holes. On its way. He's got it. It's dropped in the right edge. Eagle for Young 46. He's back in the lead. Goes to 5 under for his round.
I was worried about that one. I think he might have been as well. It had quite a lot of pace on it.
It did. It did have a lot. We're now 9 already, Rach, and we're through 5 holes.
Love to hear
What were the bets? 22?
You were 22 and I was 24.
It's over. You've won. You eat the chocolate now. Take it. Right. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Go on, off you go. Go and enjoy your chocolate. Very, very good golf going on right now.
Okay.
Oh, well, we got there. Look, this is
wow.
One of the par 4s where you've got to make a decision whether you lay up to the short bit of the fairway, 115 yards or feet downhill, wind off the left. Young 46 took the risk on, paid the reward, getting in the short stuff. Can Jay Smithers match him? He's taking it on. High, high, high into the sky. Out in the desert. Where's it coming down? Right on top of it.
Close.
Fantastic golf shots there.
That was a tight one.
It was.
Well, this is what happens, doesn't it, when you practice with each other. You know exactly how each other's going to play, and it ends up like that. I would not be surprised if we went all the way and further on this one.
I think you're right.
It's going to be a close one.
We see Wolf Creek regularly go to playoffs. There's been a few playoffs at Wolf Creek over the years of the eTour. Trying to get that spin exactly right. 97 yards up the hill. No heartbeat, Rach. Where's this coming down? He's got it up on that ridge. You're going to stay there? It's not too bad.
That's all right, yeah.
Yeah, that's harsh, isn't it?
That's harsh for that.
Not good.
Huh.
Doesn't like it.
Yeah, but we've seen worse, and we've obviously seen better from him in particular.
I think we might see better from Jason right here.
Here we go. Well, it means they're in business when they don't say anything either. A lot of adjustments being made. Jay Smithers really sitting back and just watching.
Oh, heartbeat.
Unfold.
Here we
So,
go.
yeah, slightly better than Jay Smithers then.
He's going to put the pressure on him. He's going to spin back. Oh, he's behind the
No,
hole.
didn't like it either.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah, I think I'll take that one.
Yeah, I'll take that all day. Big
Right.
putt here, big putt, because Jay Smithers misses it. Chance for young 46 to extend his lead. A third of the... Got to make it really, Rach.
8-footer, this is going to be made, surely. About a 30% there. In terms of how much power he's putting on it. Trying to do too much. Oh, no!
Oh, no, he knows it.
If it was a little bit less in terms of power, would it have gone in?
I think it may have done. I mean, it just wasn't... It's a tough putt, it's a short one, but it was a big break, and now a golden opportunity. You do not get many of these.
Massive chance.
To go 2 up through 6. We saw him go confidently up against young 46. Golf X3, he's done it again here. Up early. Jason rocking and rolling, another birdie.
2 up. Okay. Maybe feels a little bit now then like young 46 has broken him slightly.
Hey, do you know full headwind's 95% here?
And our 10th birdie rate, which means we're on track for 30.
And we said, didn't we, 2 is just enough that you're still very much in the game and you don't get complacent. That's what young 46 said last time, didn't he? Got a bit confident maybe when you're 5 up. 2 keeps you where you need to be, keeps you in the right headspace.
Look at this, though. This is going to be good for the birdie count. A potentially drivable par 4, but they're not going to be able to get there today. So laying back to the area just in front of that ravine / water feature, whatever you want to call it. They're laying off their drivers here. Very nicely played, though. Yeah, we're thinking about it. These guys go 15 under par. We were well off, weren't we, really?
We were well off, yeah. I mean, 24-22, but this is going to go down to the wire. Young 46. He is, really showing his, skill today, isn't he? Just showing that he has been practicing what this means to him out there. 2 up on the 7th. Looking like it will possibly stay that way, unless a disaster happens. OK, well, let's just have a little bit of a pause then in play, because Golf X3, Peyton, is actually going to join us and give us a little bit of an insight into what he makes of what's unfolding as well out there. Lovely to have you on board. We're going to call you a bit of an analyst now, Peyton. I'm going to call you that instead of Golf X3 as well. I mean, OK, young 46, he's 2 up. We saw, though, what happened to him against you only a short while ago. He absolutely unravelled. What do you think is going to happen here? How do you think he's playing at the moment?
I think he's playing great right now. He looks really comfortable out there. One way you can kind of tell, I've been watching some of his putts, and typically on the more difficult putts, he'll take a timeout or hit like right at the end of the timer. But he's been hitting the putts with like 20 seconds left. That really shows that he feels confident right now. You can obviously tell that.
Peyton, I've got a question for you. Well, if you're in that position, what are you telling yourself when you're 5 down? You know, I think you're a bit of a fighter. You're a very strong competitor. I know you're a man inspired by Tiger Woods himself. What are you trying to say to yourself when you're that far down? And what would you think Jay Smithers will be saying to himself now as he finds himself down in this final as well?
Just focusing up. I mean, you got to try your best on every hole. You can't really think about the result or if you're down or up. You just got to try your best on every hole and really zone in on that one hole.
And as it stands at the moment, which way can you see this going?
It could go any way. Jay Smithers he can like turn a switch and just go like God mode. So you never really know. I mean, in my match, I was 5 down, got back to 2 down. So that just goes to show that anything can really happen.
Yeah, totally. And on this one as well, maybe what kind of hole would you say is most tricky at Wolf Creek here? Where do we have to really watch out for these players?
It's going to be the longer par 4s that are uphill. These holes are going to be the trickiest because you really need a good number into the holes for the ball to actually stick on the green and not roll out a ton. So a big factor is just going to be who has the best numbers in with the clubs, who has like the full shots into these long uphill par 4s. And that's going to be a big reason and a big factor on who wins.
Have you ever had a hole-in-one on a par 4, Peyton?
Sadly, I don't think I have. No. I heard Jay Smithers did it. I didn't get to witness it, but it was actually on the scores, I think, right?
Yeah.
Hole number
Is it
13?
13 is the one, yeah. Crazy. He sort of cuts the corner, hits the bank, front right of the green, then just rolls all the way up and just drops in. It's a thing of beauty, but there's some pretty low numbers around Wolf Creek. I'm sure. What's your lowest round at Wolf Creek? What have you got round here?
To be honest, I haven't really played this course that much. I think I shot 49 once. That's about it, though.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is a really tough shot here.
Yeah, tell us about
That's a
how
great
you would approach this. And I mean, that's great, obviously, where he's put it there. Beautiful shot. Josh hasn't got too tricky a putt to make there. Neither is young 46, would you say, either? I mean, how would you approach this? Pretty easy?
No, this putt is tough.
Yeah.
Really tough. I think Josh had a putt similar to this when I was playing him before. And it's a tough one. It's slick. It's going to break a ton.
With this, do you find that it's a bit of feel? Like, as much as obviously there's a huge amount of maths and calculation going into it, but some element, it's just got to be a bit of feel, right? You've got to just feel the pace.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, a lot of it's going to be down to pace and trying to almost like picture the end arc to the putt, seeing how it drops into the hole. I think that's the biggest thing you're trying to picture on those type of putts.
I feel like we've seen a lot of big breaking putts today. We've seen a big ones. I mean, when Jason was playing you, the one thing I really noticed was in that front nine particularly, not only was he hitting them in close, he was leaving himself dead straight putts almost every single time up the hill. He was really making it easy for himself on the greens, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what his proximity to the hole was on the front nine, but it had to be really close, like 5 or 6 feet. He felt like every approach shot he was like 5 feet away with like a straight putt. So
pretty tough when you're playing a guy like that right now. But Jay Smithers has managed to make his birdie, so he's got himself back to just one now, and that'll be a real confidence booster. If he goes into the turn now, he's got a chance to get back to level possibly. One thing I really love to get your view on is obviously we know Jason is such a confident guy. Did you notice anything different in him when you started to peg back? Like, you guys were exchanging some great chat. Did you think it was bothering him? Did you see the momentum change? And do you think strategically about hitting into greens first if you're up or down in a match? Do you play that mental strategy as well?
I really don't care who hits first in the holes. I know a lot of players do. It doesn't really cross my mind too much. One thing I did notice, though, I could hear him mimmer a little bit under his breath. I think it was on hole like 15. I was coming back a little bit, and he just kept on whispering under his breath, "Focus, Jason, focus, focus, focus." So that's something.
That's got to give you confidence when you hear that. You know that there's, he's not in complete control.
Yeah.
That's got to give you some confidence. We'll have to keep a listen out for any murmurings, or maybe got to turn Jason's mic up a bit. Rich.
Yeah, because I asked him that, Peyton. I said to him, you went from 5 up to 2 in the end. And I said, "Oh, did you feel like you were getting a little bit stressed and were a little bit worried?" He was like, "No, I never lost my confidence." I think he was possibly.
He was winking at us.
Nervous, right? At that moment.
Oh, I'm the biggest victim of that. I can't tell you how many leads I've blown, especially against F Magnus. I feel like every match against F Magnus, I'm like 4 up, and then towards the end of the round, I'm like 2 up or 1 up, and it always comes down to like the final 2 holes.
How do you deal with that mentally? Because we were saying maybe that when you're 1 or 2 up, you're still really focused and you're really in the zone because you haven't really got much to play with. But we feel like when you get to 4 or 5 up, maybe you subconsciously relax a little bit and do take your eye off the ball. Would you say that's something that you've been a victim of, or do you not really agree with that?
Rachel, I have probably the most negative mindset when it comes to playing, okay? Anytime I'm 4 or 5 up, the only thing that's come through my mind is, man, you're going to look like a clown if you lose this match. Okay, that's honest. I don't know. It's just how I've always been. I guess it works somehow.
That's very honest of you. To be as a guy who's won as emphatically as you have on the eTour, that gives a bit of confidence to anyone who, because quite regularly you are 4 or 5 up. So that gives confidence to anyone who maybe finds themselves in that position again. But how are you feeling now about your game going into the global finals? Obviously, you won so many of these events, but do you feel that obviously there's a bigger prize money, but how much more does it mean to win the big one?
It means everything. This is what the whole season comes down to. I'm just going to have to practice a ton, really. Usually these events, I don't practice nearly as much as I should be. But when the raises up that much, you kind of get motivated a little bit more to play. So definitely going to be practicing more.
Well, it doesn't seem that when you don't practice, it doesn't really affect your results. You still get either winning or to the semi-final. But yeah, I mean, go and practice because we want the best possible Golf X3 at the Global Finals. And do you think we may see Tiger Woods Red there come out as well?
Yeah, Tiger Woods Red is definitely going to come out.
It's going to be under that jumper. I bet it's under that jumper right now. If he pulled that zip down, it'll be under there somewhere. No, you go and get changed. You do a Superman.
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to
that's fair. That's fair.
Because you know what, as well, Peyton, if you win, I love your interviews because when your mum pops up as well, that just makes my day. So if you win, will mum come out and say hi again?
Yeah, she'll come out and say hi for sure.
Well, I've got now Chef UF if he wins.
Yelling.
Chef UF's going to jump in the pool if he wins. Your mum's going to come out, Peyton. I'm going to ask everybody what's going to happen. I'm going to have something from everyone if they win the Global Finals because I want it to go viral on the internet.
We love that. I'd love to see Chef go in that pool. If it had been him making that hole-in-one on the par 4, I think he would have done. He seemed pretty happy about it himself, to be honest. I mean, it's a special moment for all of us.
Yeah. All right, Peyton, we're going to say goodbye to you and we will see you next month at the Global Finals. Go and get practising. I want 8 hours every single day from you, OK?
8 hours?
8 hours. Full-time job. Money on the line. Go and do it.
Dude, I'll be lucky to get 2 rounds in a day.
Well, 2 rounds is better than nothing. OK.
Good luck, Peyton. See you soon.
I'll agree with you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, back to this one now. We're out on the 10th. What a devil. We've lost track of the birdies, Rach. So what a shame. We have to just call that a draw.
I already ate the chocolate, though, so I already won.
OK, fine. Well, here is a chance for another birdie from young 46, who is 1 up. I can only imagine they probably both birdied the 9th, but we'll never know. We'll probably know. Find out. 6 foot for birdie for young 46 to keep himself ahead. I can only imagine that putt from Jay Smithers is probably also for birdie. So this is a big one because he's got to the back 9, he's got himself ahead, he's held onto that lead, all slender as it may be. And this one is very confidently done from young 46. He rolls in the birdie putt. So that's at least another birdie.
Why are you still counting? Just stop.
I love birdies.
Yeah,
I just
but
like
you know where we are.
I just like birdies.
I wanted to just ask you a little bit about what Golf X3 said. How can a player who has won, isn't it 6 eTour events, not have any confidence in his game?
I mean, I've seen how he plays. I'm not sure I'm fully buying it. It's very humble of him to say. He's obviously a very nice young man. But, I mean, anyone, who's up, they just want to win. These guys want to win these events. They want to cash in. They want to make themselves known as a winner of an eTour event. So it's a natural human instinct. Let's remember, these guys, now they're these professional eTour players. It's a very new proposition. These are regular guys out there. So, they're developing into champions in front of our eyes right now. Golf X3's been doing that quicker than most, and he's obviously won more than anyone. But Jay Smithers has got something to say about that. He wants his 3rd eTour victory, and he's only 1 down, and he's just hit an absolute laser of a shot, almost looking for his 2nd hole-in-one of the day. Jay Smithers, that was pretty special. A little neck click from young 46. He knows he's got to keep his foot on the pedal because only an exceptional iron shot of his own here is going to be able to be enough to keep him up in this match. And here it comes, though. He likes it. Heartbeat. On its way. How close we talking, Rach? How close we talking?
Is it
here
as
it comes.
close as
it's not
Jay
as close.
Smithers? No.
It's pretty good, though. Oh, it's closer.
That's good.
That's a lovely birdie. That's going to be 2 more birdies on the birdie count.
Yeah, we're up to the...
17.
Well, we're always up to 24 now. I'm just going to say we're there and we'll stay there.
So, but this is a big one for Jay Smithers because all of a sudden, from hitting a near hole-in-one, he's now got a pretty tricky, slippery one down the hill that he's going to need to make to stay only 1 down. He's got it, though. Right in the heart. Very good indeed. Very good indeed. And he will stay 1 down as we get into the business end of this eTour final.
It's excellent. It's in. Right, we move on then. We are literally racing through this back 9 now as we approach the 12th. So I've got a question. Have you ever played golf in fancy dress?
I once played in 1920s dress. With 1920s clubs and 1920s ball, and I wore the full tweed, long socks, flat cap, everything. Actual shoes, not even golf shoes, no spikes. Did the full thing, had special golf buggies down at Glorious Goodwood. That was a great day.
I was going to say, I bet
Great
it was
day.
there.
It was
if
there.
it was going, it was
Fantastic.
going in that dress code.
Fantastic.
If you were dressing up as a Halloween character like Jason Smithers has done, who would you be?
I would go for. I want my best Halloween outfit is Edward Scissorhands.
But you can't hold a club.
No, you couldn't actually. It
With
probably wouldn't work.
scissors?
With scissors would be quite difficult to grip a club.
That'd be
with
quite
scissors.
difficult.
But you could keep the greens nice and short.
Oh, you
Cut
could.
the grass nice and
Go and
easy,
trim the
couldn't
rough
you?
if you went in there, couldn't you? Just make it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it'd be going in the rough the whole time. Anyway.
Oh, for me, it would definitely be in the rough the whole time.
Wait, what if you're in the scissors?
With scissors, even more so than normal. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well,
Anyway.
Jason's got his clubs ready to rock. I like that. From the last few events, he's had his golf clubs. He's changed his camera angle. I don't know whether those golf clubs are positioned there to let everyone know that I'm a real golfer, or whether they're just always there, and we've now got a different angle. We used to have the face-on camera
We
with
did.
Jason. We need to ask him about his hat as well.
I
He
know,
wins this
where's it
event,
gone?
The backward hat.
I know,
the
I
baseball
forgot.
hat, 'cause he's
didn't
into
I?
his baseball, isn't he? He's a baseball coach. He coaches his son's baseball
His sons play
teams.
baseball, don't they? Yeah.
So he loves his baseball. There's no baseball cap right now, though. But there is a shot into a par 5. Already made 2 eagles today, has Jason. And he could be making a 3rd, because this one is on its way. Heartbeat moment.
Doesn't like it, though.
High into the sky. I mean, what's not to like? Unbelievable shot.
Is that grimacing because he kind of thinks, actually, look, I'm lucky?
No, I think that is all what they call tour sauce. That is him.
Plug the cam in.
Plug the camera. The camera's dying.
The battery's going.
We don't
wanna
wanna lose you.
now. Jay Smithers, hand on cheek, fist on cheek. He knows now that there's a very strong chance of an eagle for young 46. And this is that position he's got himself in, hitting first into greens. I know it's not something the Golf X3 does. It's something I think is a big strategy. The mindset, such a big part of this game when you get to the top level, these top players. These are the best of the best of the best. Thousands upon thousands of people try and qualify for these eTour events. Only 8 can be there. And this is the best of the best. These guys, regular attendees, regularly in semi-finals, finals. Both of these guys have won on the eTour before. So this is everything. On its way. It's no heartbeat, but how close is it? It's a very lovely shot. It's just gone past the pin. It's just gone past... Where is it? He doesn't like it. Didn't actually see where that one finished up. Let's have a look. It's going to be hitting first, that's for sure. And this is an interesting one because he's just off the green, on the fringe. Sometimes hard to know how this ball's going to react. They often will, on this point, go back to a wedge. Maybe not to use it. Oh, he's going to use the wedge. Sometimes they do the wedge just to get a different green read. They get a different view on the green with the wedge in hand and then quickly move back. But we don't know what he could chip. He could chip this. I think he's going to chip it, Rach. For eagle, this would be massive. This would be massive. If this goes in, this will be a great confidence booster. And all of a sudden, the tables turn straight away. On its way. No, he checked up too much on him. He doesn't know why.
He, yeah, doesn't like that one.
No, and now we have an opportunity for Jason to
Redeem himself.
It's a 3rd eagle this is for, Rach. It's
I'm also
mental.
saying it's redemption because this is the same final as we had at the, was it the BMW International? A couple of rounds ago, they both played each other in a final this season. Jay Smithers getting the better.
Yep.
So they have been against each other in a final, and young 46 is yet to beat Jay Smithers, I believe, in a final.
It's a 3rd eagle.
So possibly we're seeing that happen today.
It's a 3rd eagle, and
Very lucky on that.
that's incredible. We are, however, now we've crossed the boundary of 20 birdies. The only way I can make this now is if this game ends quick. You're going to stop quick. Oh, this is it. This is the hole. This is the hole
this
in
is
one
the
hole.
13. Come on.
Jason going
repeat.
first.
Let's see a repeat.
Pin's in the same spot.
What did he do last time?
Hit it short, hit that bank and run up.
That chip I hit.
Is Young saying...
Oh, you did?
Oh,
well.
is Jay Smithers telling Young what to do?
Yeah.
It's got to roll. It rolled a long way.
The chip I hit came up like...
Hit the back of it. No. Got to roll. Got to roll.
There's a big ridge to come
It's
over.
disappointing when you don't hold this out.
Yeah, it's going to be. I like the words from Young 46.
Hopefully I do again.
Come on. Come on.
If this goes in again, then I'm off. I'm off. I'm off to Sheffield US Pool. I'm jumping in. I'm getting the first back to Copenhagen Airport, direct flight.
Where's he? Ohio?
I don't know where he is, but I'm going to find him. I'm going in that pool if this goes in again.
He'd love to have you. He's going to go for work, though, so he might...
Oh,
He
yeah.
might
Well, I'll
wait.
just hop over the gate. Just let myself in. Here we go. It's not going to go in, but where is it going to go? Over the cliffs. In real life, you'd have no idea where this is going to go. He's hit the almost exact same spot. I mean, it's not
rolling,
far
he's
off.
rolling. It's still close. That's still lovely.
Yeah, I'd say you did.
Wow.
He likes the hole 13.
This is incredible. Because we've had 3 eagles already in this round. Oh, let's come back down the hill. What a shame. What a shame.
Stop.
Oh, it's still going. Look at that. See, this is the one where when I've played this, you get greedy going for it and you go long and then you're chipping back down the hill, and to get it close just for the birdie is very difficult. So these guys have done the hard bit, left themselves the uphill putt. And this is for a 4th eagle in only 13 holes, which is just quite frankly ludicrous from Jason. And it'll be back-to-back eagles as well.
I mean, this isn't even Oakman. He said that was his favourite. He's now performing out of his skin at Wolf Creek as well. Yeah, and 2 up is exactly where he needs to be. It's not as much as it was, obviously, in his quarter-final, or semi-final, I should say. But it's...
Tell you what, this is on a line. This is on a line.
It's
on a line.
It's going
He's done
in.
it.
No!
Oh, he's left it short. That was wow.
That was in.
It's going to be a birdie, though.
Very, very close, dude.
And now opportunity for Jay Smithers to go from albatross to eagle on this hole in the same eTour event. He won't quite get much of a read from Jason there. It's a slightly different line up the hill, but might get something. Looking at it from all the angles here. Needs this one to get it back to only 1 down.
Well, surely he's going to take confidence in what young 46 just did. He's like, come on, I'm going to get us closer, I'm going to get it in.
I'd be very surprised if he leaves it short, that's for sure. On its way.
Here we go.
He's tracking, you know. He's tracking.
Oh, he's going in.
He's tracking.
Oh, no!
Just by the left
so similar.
edge.
Heartbreaking for both of them.
I'm gonna be nice and concede this putt to you, just so you know. Don't worry about that, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're running out of holes here, Rach.
I was hard.
We're running out of holes here.
Oh my gosh, where are we? 14?
Man, I kind of wish you were playing first here, bud.
I actually just got a bit nervous there for the first time because
It's
I don't know, big for both, right?
Yeah, it's massive. Okay, downwind, 476, grip and rip, down 97 feet.
Damn it.
There's
Oh,
a
I
little,
think that's in the rough.
there's a little slither in the middle of this fairway, Rach. Is what he's worried about.
It's a par 4 as well.
down.
Okay, tough for them.
Is he found the slither of rough?
No,
he's got
no.
away.
He's lucky, right?
Left some awkward stuff coming in.
Yeah, that's no surprise.
I thought the chit chat would have stopped now. I did think they were going to be zoning in at this
Tell you what,
point.
if he goes back to only 1 up, it will stop.
Yeah.
Go ball.
He's cut it. He's going aggressive. Has he got it?
There.
I think he has got it. He likes it now. He is going to be hitting second.
Great.
Much better number for him.
You'll be okay.
Okay, young 46.
Around
Yeah, I got a good
This is a tough one. Par 4. He said there's a couple, didn't he, DePace said a couple of par 4s to watch out for on the back 9 here.
I think this must be an awkward number because you can really hear the calculator being smashed away here. It's 108 yards, which is not quite the 115 a pitching wedge normally goes. Plus uphill, plus downwind. A lot to calculate here, but he's done it brilliantly. Young 46. Heartbeat moment.
Yeah, what'd you have? So like full foliage pitching wedge?
I mean, if you look at the little map as it curves so far, doesn't it, round to the left as well. So,
Should win money under
yeah, tricky.
Pool. It still went right.
Now Josh has got a match.
Oh, well.
Quick bit of arithmetic. Dial that number in. They're adding on, they're taking off, they're then ending up with a number. And he wants that number to be as close to 115 as he can, because that will be a full pitching wedge. We'll soon find out what number he ended up with. Oh no, he wants it to be close to 100 because
Okay,
he's
now.
switched clubs. It's going
Yep.
to be looking
99,
98%,
yeah.
I reckon. Oh no, he wants that 99, Rachel, right?
Teetering on that.
Oh, and he's misdinged it,
Big got heartbeat. Okay, so he's
but he's
close.
still got the heartbeat. So maybe he intentionally misdinged it to use a bit of side spin. Oh, he's nearly hold it.
Oh.
Fantastic shot. That's the sort of luck he's going to need now, or skill, I should say, to get back in this game. Great shot from Jason Smithers under pressure.
Thanks.
Well, this is easy.
the round
Well,
of-
I say easy.
of
Peyton would always be
misplay.
that. They're not easy, but this is just a regular putt.
That was great, wasn't it, having Peyton on?
Yeah,
To
I
get
love
his
that.
input.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's great because we see the guys playing it and we analyse our own views on it. But to hear their own takes, we definitely really should do that again. That was fantastic.
And he knows what they're thinking. He plays
he
them
does, yeah.
daily. Knows these guys inside and out. So yeah, it was great to have him on for a couple of holes there. Excellent, young 46. Well done. Moving on, fella. Yes, exhale there. You are still very much in control of this. There we go. Birdies, hole was half. We moved to the 15th with 2 up. Okay,
And
4.
here we go.
Ooh, 4 to go.
Now, what's he looking at here? This is a very short par 3. Not just because it's only 130 yards, but it's down 33 feet. A little bit of breeze. So a lot of button tapping going on. See what club they end up with. I'm unsure what it will be. Depends on what club they've each got. It's going to be young 46 though to hit first, which is just what he wants to do. He wants to keep going first, and he wants to keep hitting quality approach shots, heartbeat moments, to let Jay Smithers know that he's got to do something remarkable to win a hole.
Did Peyton say he didn't care if he went first or second?
Yeah, I mean...
Do you believe that?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe just focus on his own game, which is fair enough. Heartbeat moment, though, for Jason.
So bad.
Oh, he doesn't like it, though. That
Quite
is...
far away, though.
Yeah, it's uphill, as they're going to have a downhill putt. Right, opportunity for Jay Smithers. I mean, very unlucky to get a heartbeat and it be a fairly tricky putt still, we think. We're approaching some great holes in a minute range. We've got the 16th, that par 5 down the hill. That'll be a good eagle opportunity, depending on what the wind's doing.
Here we go. Nice, excellent. That's a heartbeat.
Is that one going to be below the hole? I think it is. It is. That's the one you want. He'll be putting second. If Jason can't make this downhiller, then Jay Smithers will have that to get back within touching distance.
Okay, this could really change the game
But it's not
on
massive,
its head.
is it? It's not too bad.
No, I think he likes us to make this. What, 7, 8 feet out? Let's see when he actually changes it.
How
10
far out is he
feet
gonna
to
be
the...
aiming?
Yeah.
It's
So 10
downhill.
foot to the hole, slightly 3.3 down.
He's doing some maths on it.
Just watch that clock again.
He's aimed out half a square, half a...
You know when you feel like the whole world is watching you, like this is a big moment in the
big
game.
moment. This can really close the door. Or close to, on Jay Smithers. Oh, there's a timeout.
Okay.
There we go. Peyton talked about this. Takes his time on those big ones. I don't blame him. It's a good time to use a timeout. Settle his nerves.
The 4 remaining, that's fine. With any of us, this is 4 holes remaining. Ooh, a lot of concentration. This is how important this is. Of course, this is a $5,000 match we have here. So one of them will be taking home $5,000 and 5,000 points, which will see them more favourably in those finals.
Here we go. No. Has he got it? He has got it! He's going to break it, held its line brilliantly for him, and that's a very good putt.
Well, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Seeing like 4 different lines. I had to choose.
Wow, this is way worse than I thought it was.
Oh, it is indeed. I agree with you, Josh. This is a really tricky putt, and Rach, if he doesn't make it, it's Dormy 3.
Gosh, on the 15th, going into the 16th. He's making this. Is he going to
He's
time
got
out?
to.
He's a faster player, though, isn't he? He goes with speed.
He's not messed around. Fair
Whoa.
play, Jay Smithers. Great putt.
Okay, 2 on 16, we're good. Such different contrasting styles, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
One does a timeout, one really thinks about it, one's like, no, I'm going to play speed. Is that because he must do it more feel and calculation?
I think I've got my holes wrong. Maybe it's the 17th par 5.
I do not like this pin. I'm getting this
What
pin
is-
looked
Is
up.
the,
That's
is the
par
par
4,
5?
yeah.
This is the par 4.
I need to hold this out.
But, I mean, yeah,
You
this
don't need
is...
to.
He's to hold this out. I mean, yeah, we'd love
I
that.
need to be 1 down going into the final 2. You know, that's key.
A little bit of
Yeah.
chat here.
He knows what he's going to do, but holding this out, I mean, here we go.
They're both getting down into their position. trying to give themselves the number they want in. Slightly into this headwind. Jay Smithers is going to be hitting second, so...
Your number's looking pretty juicy.
Yeah, I like that one. I got.
Real chance here to...
Well,
one hand on the cup.
We just heard, didn't we? Jay Smithers wants to be one down with 2 remaining. Young 46 wants to keep it as it is. If not, he wants to go one more.
The reason being is that the 17 and 18 are both really good birdie chances. So he knows that it's unlikely that Jason will mess up. So he doesn't want to have to go into them.
Did you say the next one's a par 5?
Well, there's the par 5, unless we're playing a different order here. Like the par 5 is, we haven't played it yet. And it's a great par 5, real downhill, and you can get really fruity with it. You can get really close to this little water bit that runs across the middle of the fairway to then give yourself a much shorter second, normally to a back right pin location. Lots of water on it. But that's then. Right now, Jay Smithers. You can see it in the background, the par 5, just behind it to your left-hand side. You see the fairway and then the green in the distance by that bunker. We'll see that in a minute. He's 17, this being 16. Jay Smithers needs to go tight, or we may not even see the 17th. He's got it, heartbeat moment. And he's going to be, oh, it's a great shot. He started to move towards the hole. You know he was thinking about it. His head dropped because he knows he might have needed something special. And Jason can go dormy if he makes this putt. Fairly straightforward. He won't get a better 7-footer up the hill to go dormy in an eTour final event. Jay Smithers looking defeated already. It's not over yet, but it is getting that way. Young 46 for one hand on the trophy. Can he convert? He can! He can! And it's a birdie and it's dormy through 17. It's all going to be all sorts of fireworks now.
So when was the last time, I don't want to jinx anything here, Young 46 won the Nedbank last year? That is crazy, right?
He loves this event. He loves this event as he peaks this time of the season.
Wow.
Now, here we go. This is it, because Young 46, does he play this conservatively? Does he take the risk on? Because these guys probably can get past the gap. You see the gap in the fairway on the map on the right-hand side? They can probably just fly this all the way over that water hazard. And I think that's what he's going to do here. Absolutely grip and rip, downwind, which is why Young 46, Jay Smithers knows this is a birdie hole. It could even be an eagle hole. And you can see he's got it all the way down there, just short of the ditch. And now, Jay Smithers, what's he going to do? He's absolutely nailed one. Down the left-hand side is the better one. It's actually a front pin today. Often we see a back right pin there. He's got it all the way down there, and that gives him an ever so slightly better angle, possibly. Not really much in it to that pin, to be fair. A Young 46 will hit first. So we know that Jay Smithers has to win the hole to continue, and I'm going to say he's going to need an eagle. So if Young 46 hits this one in close, could be done.
I mean, you can see him, can't you, Josh? Looking down, almost willing Young 46 not to do the job here. I know they're not like that, but obviously they both want to win.
He looks defeated, doesn't he?
Yeah, or he's just concentrating, I don't know, on what's in front of him, which is possibly a mountain at this moment in time. But we've seen stranger things happen.
We have. He can close this out, though, with a good one. He's got a heartbeat, Rach.
Come on, baby.
Which means, how close is it, though? How close is it? It's pretty close. It's not stone dead, but it's not far off. It's going to be a down the hill tickler. He could well have that putt for the championship.
Hard shot to hit. Something tells me this has got to go in.
I think you might.
Something tells me it's got to go in. Yeah, it's got to go in. We're telling you it's got to go in. You can hear the music now. It just makes it so much more tense, doesn't it?
This is it.
Whew.
It's now or never for Jay Smithers. He's hold out from further than this today.
Here we go.
Oh, he's nailed it. It's online.
Way left off.
He's actually nailed this. This could.
Good. Come on.
Where's it going to end up? Ooh.
Wait for it. Oh, it's a very good golf shot. A very good golf shot. But this putt for Jason, 46, young 46, is for his second eTour title. Back-to-back Nedbank Championships. 5.8 feet downhill for the title.
Breathe.
He will take his time.
He will take his time out, probably.
I do not blame him.
Right. Don't time out. Come on. Get the job done. He's gonna
make us wait for it, Rach.
Yeah.
He is going to make us wait, and why not? He's always the showman. He's got the eyes of the eTour world on him right now.
Okay, 3 timeouts remaining. He doesn't need 3. He needs just to hold this. And then we have our champion. Come on, Jace. Put us out of our misery. Get the job done.
He's got it. We have a champion.
Yeah, man.
Jason, 46, back-to-back winners of the Nedbank. Phenomenal stuff. His second eTour win, and he gallops up, we believe, into second place in the global final standings now. Fantastic stuff.
Woo! He's done it. I mean, Jason, awesome job there. You had a bit of a tough time like we saw in the semi-finals. You absolutely bounced back in style out there. I mean, second win. You did it last year at the Nedbank. You've done it again here. What's in the water for you at the Nedbank?
You know, I'm just, I like the Nedbank. Should I go get my wife? You know, Peyton's got his mom. I don't know.
Go get your wife.
Let's get her in. Let's get
call
Mrs.
her. Go and get her.
Mrs.
We'll
Young.
chat while you go and get your wife. I mean, I love that. He feels like he's outdone, doesn't he? He says, when he comes into things, he says his family are so supportive. He has twin sons. They're 17. They don't play golf. They play baseball. But he said his wife is his biggest champion. You know, she really supports him. And that's what you need, because obviously he's got a full-time job. He works in human resources. He used to work in the Navy. Now he's turned his attention to HR and virtual golf. And it's working out pretty nice.
There's nothing this man can't do. He's just been a phenomenal performance today, and we've got to talk to him because, Jason, I've got to ask you here. Like, today, something felt different today for you. Like, you're always confident. You're always coming into this event full of confidence, very much believing in yourself. But for me, something felt different from the first few matches today. What else? What clicked in for you today?
Yeah, I put in a lot of practice, and I felt so good about Wolf Creek and Oakmont. Yeah, I knew I was going to win. I was just playing. I've been playing so good, better than I've ever been playing. So, yeah, it just worked out well. What do you think about me winning the eTour event?
Bring in Mrs. Young. Bring her
She
in.
won't come on camera.
Oh, Mrs. Young, we want to see you.
I just got my eyebrows done.
Yeah, she's not coming on camera. But
I love that.
She's excited.
From women to women, I know the feeling. Okay, I'll let you off there. Jace, please ask your wife, what's she gonna help you spend your money on? Are you gonna treat each other?
Ooh. Well, our 20th anniversary is coming up. I'm feeling a good trip.
There you go. It's our 20th anniversary coming up in about a month and a half, so it sounds like we're going on a nice trip.
Oh, we love that is being made possible thanks to the eTour. Absolutely love that. But tell us, we actually really want to know, Jace, where's the hat gone?
I don't know. I've been practicing without it, and I put it on today, and it just felt weird, so I didn't wear it. I felt like it was going to throw me off.
Hey, look, you've got to work with what works. Whatever you did going today was working absolutely brilliantly. Now you go on to the big one, and you go in with momentum. How much would it mean for you to be able to win at the global finals as well? Do you feel extra specially ready for that now?
Oh, yeah. I feel so good. I'm going to grind probably practiced harder than I've ever practiced, and I like my odds. So I think that put me in the 2 seed. So didn't get Peyton out of my bracket, but I'm opposite side of Josh, and I believe Mags is on that side. So I have to play my buddy Chef UF. Sorry, I'm going to have to beat your behind, but it is what it is.
I mean, we know you're all buddies on here, but Jace, I mean, go and enjoy your anniversary. Go and enjoy the money that you've won here, $5,000 US, and we cannot wait to see you step it up even more at those global finals.
Okay, thank you guys.
Well done.
Well done, we'll see you soon. I
Yeah.
love that.
Wow.
Anniversary, celebrate, and then
Mrs. Young,
they will come back.
global finals. If he gets it done again, we've got to get those eyebrows ready. Get those eyebrows ready.
They need doing like every month, so please
Sounds
actually
expensive.
send it into the day after the finals, because we want to see your face on camera. Okay, that was awesome. I love that he got his second win there, did Young 46, but let's hear now from our runner-up today, Jay Smithers. Josh, I mean, that was a tough outing out there, wasn't it? I mean, how good was Jason?
Oh, he played great. I mean, didn't make very many mistakes. I counted up. I had 4 putts that I missed. I mean, just on the edge of the cup. I mean, I lose by 2. I missed 4 or 5 fractions. So there's the math is there. So
Yeah, I mean, I think you played.
I had my chances. I just didn't get them to fall.
You played fantastically today, and you seem to have really, since you got that first win, you now feel like you're going to win every single week. You're feeling really dangerous. I mean, the special thing I'll always remember from today, that hole-in-one, no one can ever take that away from you now. You're the only person ever to do it on a par 4, absolutely incredible. You finished the season, the regular season, in that #1 spot. What have you got to do now to make sure you bring all the...
#1.
There you go. There you go. It's all looking good. The #1 is pretty good. What are your preparations going to be like now? Now that Jason's flying a bit, you know, you're in that #1 position. How are you going to make sure you stand there at the end of the global finals?
Just continue to do the same thing. I mean, the way we practice, you know, we practice a lot together. We do some on our own and then some together. And, you know, it makes for exciting matches like today. I wish I could have, you know, dropped a couple more putts to obviously make it, you know, go to 18. But I think if I just continue down the same path, we'll have the first hole-in-one, the #1 seed, and then #1 in the global finals. So.
We're pretty good, wouldn't it? Pretty
It would
good.
be
Well
pretty
played
good.
to you. Very well played.
Well, we'll leave you there. Congratulations on finishing runner-up this time out, and we're very excited to see you back here in just under a month's time for those global finals. Josh, well done today.
All right,
Well done.
we'll see you guys later.
See ya.
See you soon. I mean, let's just have a quick recap of what we saw there. I mean, how many eagles did we see in the end? Did Jason get 3 or 4 possibly? I mean, he was on fire. Josh said he was playing some phenomenal virtual golf out there, and he did from the quarterfinals all the way through, really, didn't he? I think he was 4 up to Chef UF, then he went 5 up and obviously only ended up 2 in the end, but then, yeah, the dominant display from a couple of champions. It wasn't just regular guys. He'd beaten a 6-time champion, a 2-time champion. He is now a 2-time champion himself.
Yeah, the standard today has been very, very special. I think everything about this event has felt a little bit extra special to me. The way the guys are interacting with each other now, some of the extra little features we've had, it feels like we're going on a real head of steam into these global finals. A hole-in-one and a par 4. Jason made 4 eagles on that final in its own. He made 10 birdies in a row in his semi-final. The standard's increasing, the excitement's increasing. Oh, can we just do the global finals now?
Well, what I'm loving about it is everyone is really now taking it super seriously, which they should do, of course, but they're all saying they're going to go home and just practice so much. So I think we can expect the level of virtual golf to go from here, which is high, to here in the global.
I'm going to put you on who are you money on for the global finals? What do you think?
You need the most confident player out there who is going to be Golf X3. I know he talks it down, but it's going to come down to the mental side of it in the final. OK, Birchie and F Mags, they have this mental coach, but Golf X3's done it before. And I think when you've done it and you know exactly how it feels to be the champion, you actually want it even more than others.
You know what? I don't even know how you go out picking a winner for the global finals. I mean, you just made a great case for Golf X3. You've now got multiple winners. Josh has got 2 wins this year. He goes in as #1 seed. Golf X3 just got his 2nd win. F Mags is such a consistent performer. You've got all these other guys that are clearly good enough to beat anyone on their day. I mean, it's going to be great to see the final draw, and I can't wait for it to get started now because it feels now like this is really, really ramping up.
It's getting serious, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's have a look then again, one final time at the order of our 8 players competing in those global finals. Here we go. So Jay Smithers has the #1 spot. We mentioned it. It will obviously go in his favour because he'll be playing Blas Alex, who's 8th.
The mental coaches are going to have to play each other.
Wow,
Mags
Golf
versus
X3.
Birchie, I think.
That is serious there, isn't it? 4 and 5 obviously play up against each other as well. And that is the 2 guys who have the same Swedish mental coach. That Golf X3 Chef UF. I mean, there's so many good matchups there. Young 46, he's just won against Schumann 66 and he has that again. So that is going to be, I'm going to say, the easiest run-in for Young 46. Would you agree?
Yeah, he's got a good run and he's on such a head of steam now. I mean, we've got to get a real look at that because we see them both right there on 12,000 points each. So there's probably a whole difference. Maybe Golf X3 has held on to his #2 spot after all.
I mean, I cannot wait. But let's should we just bring this out?
Is this for me winning the birdie game?
This isn't for you. This is obviously for Young 46. He gets that, doesn't he?
He does.
$5,000 US. We know where it's being spent. It's going on an anniversary.
It's going on eyebrows and on a trip. I
love
the sound
that.
Of it.
Seb, I mean, we wish we could take that home with us. We can't.
Yeah.
It's not for us.
Sadly not.
It's for our great competitors. I mean, what an awesome event. We'll get that check, of course, to Young 46. Well done, though, to all our 8 competitors this time out. It's been an epic Nedbank once again. We've absolutely loved it. Guys, though, we have one more event to go. I mean, it's in a month's time, so if you want to stay up to date everything eTour, then follow us on social media at eTour. But that is it. We've had an absolute roller coaster here at the Nedbank Golf Challenge. We have one more event to go. It is the Global Finals. They are coming your way in just under a month's time. But that is it from Seb and myself. We really hope you enjoyed watching as much as we did bringing you this event. But we'll see you in a month's time at the Global Finals. Good night.